What up, Whiskey Ginger fans? Welcome back to the show. We got a good one for you today. Like my man Steve Harvey say, it's John Crist. John Crist, I've known this dude for, I think we calculated almost a decade. He's a great entertainer, very funny dude, funny comedian. He does funny sketches online. You got to check this dude out. He's hilarious, dude. I love him. He's in Nashville now, which is where I am right now as we record this podcast. I'm in Nashville right now. Come see me. Also, I'm on tour. The Tito Cheeto tour is here, baby. It's in full effect. We already got Denver out of the way, then Nashville. Then I'm also doing Boston and San Francisco, and I'm doing Atlanta, and I'm all over the place. Then we go to Cancun with me and Bobo, then Columbus, and Pittsburgh, Grand Rapids, Philly, San Diego, Phoenix, Washington, D.C., St. Louis, Kansas City, Chicago, Albany, Portland, Seattle, and we're adding dates. Atlanta's in there. We're adding dates as we go, so go to andrewsantino.com for tickets, andrewsantino.com for tickets, andrewsantino.com for those tickets. Enough rambling. Let's go to the episode.
In here, we pour whisk, 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 whisk.
You were that creature in the ginger beard.
Sturdy and ginger.
Like vampires, the ginger gene is a curse.
Gingers are beautiful.
You owe me $5 for the whiskey and $75 for the horse.
Gingers? Oh, hell no.
This whiskey is excellent.
Ginger. I like gingers.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Whiskey Ginger. My guest today is one of my favorite people on earth. I say that for all my guests, but I mean it once again today. It's John Crist. John, thanks for coming to the show.
You go ahead with my intro.
Hey, man. You know what I mean? We've got a long relationship. Don't try to boss me around, pal. You know I'll knuckle up on you real fast. Just because you got tall hair doesn't mean I won't knock you out still, bro.
Yeah, you're right, dude. You're right.
John Crist,
came too strong.
an old friend, a great comedian,
I
a
like
gentleman
that.
I've known for, let's give a real estimate here. It's been over a decade, right? It was 15
Oh,
years. 14
man,
years?
let's say,
I'd like to think that we shot that thing 2010, maybe.
I bet it's somewhere around there. We could
10
look it
or
up.
11 years we've
Yeah,
known each
yeah.
other. Yeah, it hasn't been more than that.
Yeah.
But if you don't know John, you
man.
very much so should. He is a very funny comedian. He puts out a lot of content on the interwebs with all the kids.
That's a good way to say that.
You're one of the interwebs cats.
I'll take it.
Like in the world of I'm one of the podcast guys, you're one
Yeah.
of the internet
guys.
core of comic internet creators.
Well, you know, Lucy at Zany's. She goes.
She just texted me today. They're in town. They're in L.A.
Oh, they're here.
Yeah, they're
they
here
gotta show-
right now.
She says this. It's funny, like when you introduced me to put like John Crist, like YouTube sensation. That's like a roast for a comic,
Well, but who,
isn't it?
who cares?
I mean, it's full. The show.
When somebody says Andrew Santino podcaster,
Yeah.
why do I care?
Yeah, you shouldn't.
I've said
Yeah.
for years, I don't care how they know me as long as they know me and
Yeah.
like what I put out. So if
Yeah,
they go,
100%.
I didn't.
Oh, is that the guy from like Punk'd? You're like, yeah, if you're here in the, if
Sure.
if you're in
Hey,
this,
sure.
100%.
Sure. Did
I'll
you
be
buy
there.
the ticket?
Yeah.
Sure. I don't care where they know me as long as they were like, this is why we came.
Yeah.
Because you're going to create a wealth of your resume, and then
And
hopefully
everybody's
they
in
see
there
it all.
for where. I always like to ask when you're out. Somebody
Yeah.
says, "Dude, are you from what?"
Bad Friends podcast, me and Bobby's show.
That's where people recognize you
The
on the street.
most.
That is wild.
This
dude.
show gets a lot of love. This show gets a lot of love,
Yeah,
but also
yeah,
Bad
yeah.
Friends is by far.
Gosh, that's so good.
Yeah, it's one of
People
the
say,
biggest
"Hey, dude."
comedy podcasts in the world. Bud, are you paying attention to what's going
let's
on?
go, dude. Bobby Lee. There's no bigger fan of Bobby Lee than me.
You don't like him. You don't know him. Once you know him, then you don't like
He's
him.
horrible.
He is a disgusting little dumpling. No, but
I tell
no, but for
stories
real,
about Bobby Lee all
when
the
people
time.
when people see you, what do they say?
Well, now they say TikTok.
Oh,
everybody.
you're huge on TikTok. now.
Everybody.
How many followers are on there?
1.1 million.
So what? That's what I
know.
say.
Yeah. That.
So what?
Agreed.
No, that's good.
No.
I mean, I have 500,000 and I don't even do anything. So what does that say about you?
Better.
Nothing.
Oh yeah, you're right. Oh, yeah, you're right. Well, everybody's like, dude, what? Like,
I love. You've made great videos for years. TikTok is a new platform for you,
Yeah.
but your stuff.
But isn't that like? No one ever came up to me ever and said, "Hey, dude, I recognize you from Laughs on Fox."
Come on, man.
Never.
Dude, were you the guy on Carson Daly I saw at 3:30 in the morning?
Never.
I think they got 90 views. I think they literally told us they got 90
Total.
views.
And you and your good buddy make a podcast together, and everybody like pay it.
Yeah.
Oh, don't listen to anybody else on the streets or anywhere or no agents or any. Just say when people see you
Yeah.
in public, what do they say? Pay attention to that.
I know,
That's
that's
it.
true.
That's
Well,
it.
That to me. And this is also going to lead me back to what I want to get this out of the way to tell people our relationship and how we know each other. We shot a pilot together that I casted you in because I was on. I helped produce it. It was really weird. Don't want to get into that part of it, but I helped produce and organize it and all this stuff. And I'm not blowing up your spot, but you told me we became kind of close on the set, and you had kind of admitted to me that you were uncomfortable with one of the bits that they were going to run on the show. One of the scenes, And I asked you why, and you told me that because you were religious. Yeah. And I respected the shit out of it immediately because I said, you know, there is a world in TV and film where people just go, so what? Just shut the fuck up and do the thing. Get over it. They do that to people a lot. Yeah. But I immediately was like, well, I didn't have that much power anyway, but I was like, yeah, you're not going to do the bit. And I told the executive producer, I said, you know, he doesn't want to do the bit. And he was like, why? And I said, he's not comfortable. And you didn't do the bit. No. But I was like, I respected you a lot because of that. And that led us down this road of like, you stood your ground, which I thought was cool. Yeah. And then it led this road. You came to LA, and I'll never forget, you said to me one night,
I tell this story all the time.
Oh, you do?
To other comics.
Well, you said to me, I can't get in at the store, as I think, you know, look, this is going to be frayed, but that's the basic. I said, why do you want to get in the store so bad? Because I had been in it, and that's kind of my home club. Yeah. And you said that's what people do here. That's like the whole thing. And long story short, I just said, you're so good in your lane, right? Like, just like, and not to say that your lane is only religious. Yeah. But you appeal to that group very much so. And at the time, you had been doing shows at churches, at like banquet halls and stuff, right? Yeah. And you were doing great. And I was like, how are you not seeing that you're the only one driving in that lane? Why would you want to get in the congested lane with all this other traffic?
Yeah, with all of,
with all the other comics. Yep. You're probably going to tell it more eloquently than I tell it. But I just said that. I was like, dude, you're in your own lane. Just stay in that lane and drive as fast as you can because you're dominating a space that nobody's in. Why would you want to get on the busy highway? You're in the fast pass, dude. You're in the HOV lane.
Yeah, you said that like all of us here are trying to do what you're doing.
Yes, we're trying to get into a space of our own.
Yeah, and I remember this is the thing I always quote. You go, you're gonna come down here 5 nights a week until 3 in, and 3 years from now, they're going to pass you, and you're going to go back into the green room, and you're going to realize, oh, this ain't it.
This is not it.
And we love the store.
That's my club. That's my home club.
But like, hey, like there's nothing, like, you were like, in essence, like, there's nothing for you here.
Not in a negative way.
No,
but
not in a negative way.
That wasn't going to benefit you in the way that you thought it was going to.
Yes.
And I think when you learned it and knew it and accepted it for yourself, you put all of your energy back into doing stand-up in your space
and made it great
and making videos and creating content that were for you and for your audience.
And if you didn't get it,
well, who cares?
Yeah.
Yeah. Who cares if they too bad?
Yeah.
It's that grow up like that. That was the whole. That was the whole. So.
Yeah.
Extended version is much longer than that of our relationship and how it grew over the years, but that was the truth. And then to watch you blow up, I remember calling you. I was driving on the freeway going to my house.
Oh, man.
And I called you, and I was like so stoked to tell you how happy I was for you.
Yeah.
Because I had just seen what you had grown on your own. And there wasn't an ounce of jealousy or any of that stuff, because that's pretty hard for me to get jealous with friends. I get stoked because I'm like, they did the thing that they set out to do. You can't be.
They did it.
Yeah, you did it, and you did it right.
Yeah.
And you continue to do it. But anyway, I was so happy to watch you kind of cruise on your own. But now, you know, you don't just play that market.
Now you're here to bring me down. You're like, I'm here to build you up. But now you're too hot. Now we're
There was oftentimes I had to pull you aside. It's like, can I talk to you for a second? That was always our thing.
Hey, can I?
John would snap. He would say something funny. I go, can I talk to you for a second?
Hey, real quick.
Let me talk to you for a second. You got a little snap. It's a little snappy over there, bud.
Like, I got your back. Well,
let me talk to you for a second. Yeah, we did that a lot. That was always my big
grab you real quick.
But honestly, I watched you ascend, and I want to take the time on the show to just say that I'm very proud. Yeah. And proud seems like it has ownership. I never like the word. It's like, oh, I'm proud of you. Like it's not condescending. But I mean it in like a love. Like I'm happy for you. The pride is like
that makes me emotional.
I'm happy for your success. Well, because I mean it, dude. You know. And
well, you said that. I think you said that to me at the Comedy Store, but I knew you were like. I knew that you cared. I knew because of what happened on the pilot.
Yes.
I knew. So I go, you know, sometimes people give you advice. You're like, oh, well, he's a manager. He's trying to, or he's a booker, or he's they're trying to. I go, this guy's on the home team.
Yeah.
I know he is.
Yeah.
Because he stood up for me when I was in a spot where this is my first time like on TV, and I was like, this is unbelievable. all these actors. Like I was, there's first time there was like catering and like people were like, it was like this is
You
incredible.
had a trailer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I was like, man, I'm real uncomfortable about this. But I go, but I know there's another comic, and that's the thing about comics, like like the guy that does like the puppets, like
Jerry Seinfeld.
yeah, that guy or Jerry or like what's that guy's name?
No, Jeff Dunham.
Jeff Dunham, and
Yeah.
like Jeff Dunham will never like trash on like Bill Burr because they're both up there.
Right,
And
in
they
their
both-
own respective places.
Yes, they're both up at different, but they're both doing it.
Sure.
And I know how hard it is to do it,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm not gonna. And that's what I don't know why. Like a lot of comics are like beefing with each other. I'm like, is this not impossible?
It's impossible
It's
already.
Impossible.
Right, it's impossible.
This career is impossible.
Right.
I've said that. It's like a suicide mission.
Yeah.
It
So why try
What?
to take down one of the other suicide bombers?
and you can't. Yeah.
We'll kill ourselves on our own. I don't need you to kill me before I tear my own bomb.
I'm on the way. Dude.
But it's true. It's just
Like,
like,
dude,
what-
it's just, like, we
I'm gonna go kill myself. I don't need you to kill me.
What?
Don't kill me.
If we're all not, it's literally what we're not. We should all wake up in the morning. We're like, dude, do you have another job? Like, no, I'm just doing comedy. You're like, standing ovation.
Yeah.
Every day.
I can't believe it. Yeah.
You
No, it's
can't-
true.
You can't do the Tonight Show every night. Some other comic has to do it the
Right.
other nights.
Right.
You can't fill the Palladium. There's 364 other days.
Yeah.
There has to be there.
Yeah.
If somebody else gets the Tonight Show or whatever, gets the TV show or gets the, you'd be
Great.
like, awesome.
Who cares?
It's hard.
Yeah. It's really hard.
Yes.
Just
I wish-
work on your own shit.
I wish everybody was just like, man, it's impossible.
Yeah.
And if you're not getting stuff or you're not having an opportunity, like, man, I'm having a hard time.
That's okay.
And yes.
That happens a lot.
And yes, and there's ups and downs. I've seen ups and downs in your career.
Yeah.
And ups and downs in mine.
Yeah, you have to. Well,
It's impossible.
It's impossible to it's impossible to not be competitive because we are very competitive people.
Well, that's
so
what
that's
got
part
you
of the nature.
into wanting to make people laugh.
Right.
So
But use the competitiveness not against others and just try to fuel your own fire. I
Like
think
a-
if more
yeah.
people spent time on their own on their own baking, they wouldn't worry about what
you're
other
like, hey, that's
other food
yeah.
tastes like.
Or it's like I look at the other guys that are like in the video kind of sphere of mine is like
Who are the other guys?
I would say like Trevor Wallace.
Yeah, he is.
Trey
Yeah.
Kennedy.
Yep.
The guys that are in my sphere.
Mhm.
You know, it's Charlie Barron's another guy.
I don't know him.
Andrew Schultz. I
Yeah.
like, not in the, so much in the sketch video, but like guys that are like doing their own kind of
Sure.
thing.
Yeah.
And I look at those guys as worthy adversaries.
Mm-hmm.
Not if he's you watch the other guys, you watch other people's, but you're not like, oh, this guy got the award for I'm gonna not take him. You're like, I need to level up.
No,
I
we
need
do.
to get
It's good, healthy competition.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's like I'm not gonna compare myself to Michael Jordan. I was just about to
Go
compare
ahead.
No, I'm not gonna.
No, go ahead.
No, I know
one-
you're
the,
Bulls guy.
the greatest basketball
Yeah.
player of all time.
It's kind of like
You're kind of like Michael Jordan of your
I
space.
saw you looking at me and you're like, no, say it. Go ahead.
Go ahead and say Michael Jordan that you think you're like Michael Jordan of
No,
your
but
space.
you know, he was like, I don't have any competitors. All right, never mind.
What's the phrase he always used on that? He always said, and that struck a nerve, or what is he?
Yeah, yeah.
He always said the same thing every time. It was like, and I took it personally. That's
I
what it
took that
was.
personal. I
Yeah.
took that personal.
You know, and I
Yeah.
took that personal. I was like, dude, he took everything personal. He was too competitive. I mean, that was to a fault.
But it came out that like some of the stuff wasn't true. The
who
headline
knows?
stuff.
There's no internet didn't exist.
Yeah.
Who knew
knows,
what was
dude?
true? Those guys got
Yeah.
away with anything.
They can say whatever
The
they want.
flu game, he had the
Yeah.
Irish flu.
Maybe
he was
he-
drinking the night before.
well,
He
it's
wasn't
hilarious.
sick from the like the communal flu, not
Yeah.
not influenza. No,
Not the flu.
He was knocking back booze all night, hanging
Man.
out, and then he was like, "I feel sick today." It's
And
the
then you know
Irish
what
flu.
else is like? It didn't. It's not gonna come out.
No, can't. Doesn't exist.
It doesn't exist.
Didn't exist.
Like we're like, oh, it might come out one day.
Nah,
He's
didn't
like,
exist.
"Ah."
No, he was a party animal. That guy. Speaking of which, we usually have a sip of sap on this show, but we're not having any today.
You can drink
You're sober.
a sip of sap. That's
A
what you
sip of
call it?
sap. Yeah, this is
like
this
that.
is some sap.
Oh.
No, but I'm not going to have any right now out of respect. But you're
Yeah.
how many months sober?
It's coming up on 18.
Wow.
Yeah.
Congratulations,
Thank
man.
you, man. Thank you.
18 months.
Yeah.
Now, do you get the chips?
Yeah. All right. So I went to, well, we'll get into this probably in a second, but I went
Yeah.
to rehab and then you get like a week chip and then you get like a month chip
Uh-huh.
and then you get a 3-month chip.
Uh-huh.
And about 6 months, I was like, I think I'm all right.
It's a lot of chips.
I'll take it from here.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I'll take it from here.
So you're not going to AA anymore?
Well, no, I still go.
yeah, but you're
yeah, I
saying
still
you
go.
don't. You just don't do the chip game.
Well, I'm not like every morning at like 10 a.m. Like in rehab, I probably went to 80 every day. No, 80 in every consecutive days.
80 days in a row.
Because we had to.
What?
Probably more than 80 days, probably whatever 4 months is.
Wow.
We got a meeting every day.
Jeez.
30, 60, 90, 120 meetings.
Yeah, don't do math in front of me, man.
No, sorry. Yeah,
That's
it's like
rude.
the Michael Jordan thing, and now this. Just straight to-
You're really straight in our relationship.
You
You're
I
comparing
came in here to
my favorite athlete, and then you're doing math, and you know I don't like math. No, so 120 days,
Yeah,
and then
but at the beginning they had to physically take it from you. But with like any addiction, then after a while you're like, I'm good.
right.
That's anything,
Yeah.
except heroin. I think that's the one that you're like,
I'm not familiar.
15. Me neither. But like 20 years later, it'd be like, it's still day to day.
Sure.
I've heard that.
Yeah, you think that you had a lot of. Well, yeah.
Now I'm not like.
Well, it depends on
I'm
what
good.
you need. Like you were having drinks every day,
Dude, you know what? Probably one of the darkest times.
which, by the way, doesn't necessarily mean that you're an alcoholic.
Yeah.
Some alcoholics have drinks every 4 days.
Do you know that bit about
Hmm.
the doctor asking you how many drinks you have?
Yeah,
That's a great bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's true.
Yeah. You're like, what?
As many as I can have. Yeah, I did it on Conan. I think I did it on Conan. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. What? Yeah.
Well, because it always said that bit always said
How many drinks per week?
it was like 0 to 1. It was like what?
What is?
How could you even have one?
Psychopath.
What
What-
psychopath stopped
Yeah.
at one? I feel more concerned for the guy.
I never
that
never
has
like
one
Hey, do you want to go
the
to
whole
like a
week.
5 o'clock? Do you want to go to like a Dodgers game? Have a beer and then don't.
Sit.
No,
Scary.
I want to get hammered.
That guy's an axe murderer.
100%. You're
Yeah.
like, dude, I'll just get like a Coke and like a hot dog.
That makes more sense.
Yes,
yeah, you just have nachos and a Diet Coke.
You're fine.
And I go, that guy's a normal
Yeah,
guy.
I had a fun night. Yeah,
but the guy that
yeah.
the guy that gets one singular beer at a
Nope.
4.5-hour baseball
Can't be
game,
trusted.
scary guy.
Can't be trusted.
Lock him up.
12 ounces.
Yeah, that's
No.
so scary to me.
Sitting in the thing, it's hot after 30 minutes.
That's the kind of that's how I like disseminate what I'm gonna do as far as when I have drinks. Because
Yeah.
I don't drink beer as much anymore.
Yeah,
So when I go to a baseball game,
yeah.
I probably don't. I don't usually have beers. Like they usually have a bar there
You
now.
gotta get a bar. Yeah, some at the bar.
But even still, sometimes I think, well, I'm in the sun. I'm gonna get tired.
And if you have to do other stuff,
Yeah.
like at least get an Uber or like if you're at your house,
Mm-hmm.
you've had a long day, you're gonna be ending the night at your house.
Yeah, I'll have a couple of these. things.
Sure.
Yeah.
If you gotta do
Have
some
stuff
stuff
to do.
or see some people,
Usually shows. Usually I'll go to a Dodger game and then have
Yeah.
shows, and I'm like,
not drinking.
I'm never gonna make it to the
Yeah.
show. I'll be exhausted by the time I get
Or
there.
you're just like, call them and say I'll come tomorrow. I'm good.
Then I got a problem.
Yeah, then you got a problem.
So when you
Yeah.
you scratched off that surface of I got a problem, I got to get rid of it.
Yeah, well, I think it was causing other problems.
Sure.
That the alcohol wasn't. I mean, I remember the one time I was in Wichita Falls, Texas, at a show.
Not a real place. You're making this up.
This
by
is
the way.
where these are the kind of places I tour.
Wichita
yeah,
Falls,
yeah,
baby.
Yeah. Sold out. I'm sold out. in Wichita Falls.
That's huge.
Yeah,
though.
yeah.
Who cares?
People are there.
People are
It's full.
people. Yeah.
And so I remember we were like drinking a bunch. This is like right end of 2019.
Who's we? The people you tour with?
I think I was by myself.
Oh, we as
well,
you.
all right, well, this is I guess.
You're just looking around and you're like, we're
Sad.
drinking a lot.
All right,
It's you.
so when the tour ends, we tour by bus. That's not a flex, but it's necessary for the
Sure.
yeah. So
Because how else can you get to Wichita Falls,
yeah.
Texas? No
Bus.
planes go there.
So when the tour ends on Sunday night and it's a long way away from home,
Mm-hmm.
I would stay and then fly, versus take the bus home.
Sure.
Because the bus is not making it till Monday night.
You're right.
So I like if I'm going from standing ovations, meet and greets, photos, and then closing that hotel room door alone by myself at an airport Hampton Inn in Wichita Falls was unbearable. Unbearable.
Yeah. It's either a gun or a bottle.
Unbearable.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people would connect to that
Yeah.
in some kind of
No matter what their
this is-
life is.
yeah.
Yeah.
like this is a non.
So you would
Can't
just
do it.
you would just get tanked out.
Well, I remember drinking in the bus before they dropped me off, and I remember putting like 4 like White Claws into my backpack
Mm.
because you never know where if you can
Where
get
the night's gonna take you?
where if you can get alcohol
Oh.
in Wichita Falls, like at the hotel front desk, you're like
Sure.
yeah. So then I remember the next morning had to get up at like 4 or something like to get to the airport, and I
Mm-hmm.
remember getting to Dallas on the layover. This is probably 9 in the morning, and then I had 2 doubles.
9 a.m.
Yep.
You
Problem.
don't need it.
Yeah, it's a problem. That's the first time the morning. Do you ever do that?
The
Like-
morning
Like
drinking.
that you didn't want to come down.
My guy.
That's it.
Nah.
That's it.
You know, someone's like, hair of the dog. I'm like,
yeah.
What does that even?
I thought it was
first
gonna
of
be
all,
like-
what does that even mean? Dogs all have hair.
It's funny that I thought this was gonna be comics gonna be like, no, dude, you're good, and you're like, yeah, no, that might have been
No,
it
it was
for
bad.
me.
Dude,
You're
whenever
like,
I
nah,
see,
dude,
whenever
this
I'm
is the Whiskey Ginger
traveling,
podcast, and you go, it's too much, dude.
No, I got to keep you where you are. I keep you sober in this house. No, you know what? Whenever I see somebody, whenever I'm traveling to LAX and I see someone at that bar when it's like 8 a.m., I feel bad.
Sad.
I feel because here's the difference.
Sad.
If I see a couple of dudes there, they look like they're going to a bachelor party.
Sure,
Fine. I know you're doing the thing.
sure.
But I usually I see a guy and or a woman alone sitting reading a book or on the computer, and she's drinking wine, and it's 8 a.m.
Not it.
and he's got a drink, and I'm like, my dude, there's
Not
no
it.
way you need it. You do.
But
That's bad.
You don't, but you do.
Yeah, they
Because
do.
Yeah,
they
need it.
probably
yeah,
do.
Yeah, they 100%. And
But that puts me in check. To me, I always see that and I go, that's sad. And some people would say, oh, why are you judging Santino? Well, I am because I think it's too early to get liquored up before you start your day.
And everybody, if you're at somewhere with somebody, it's like 10 a.m. and somebody's like, too early to, like, they know.
It's too early.
But they need you to be like, nah. So
Yeah,
then they're like,
who
all right,
cares?
cool,
Yeah.
yeah, we're doing it. You're
Special
like, yeah,
occasions
yeah.
are fine. And look, by the way, do whatever you want to do.
Yeah,
I shouldn't judge.
who
If you
cares?
want to go have a
Yeah.
drink in the morning, have a drink in the morning. I always feel bad at airports because we live in airports.
yeah.
So it depresses me.
Mhm.
When I see it, I go, that's a fix.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Well, don't you feel? I feel like I feel like a greater sense of empathy towards people that have like a personal thing or an addiction or maybe an anger issue. Or,
Yeah, it
or
makes me feel bad.
That railroads what they as a child what they wanted to do,
Sure.
and that takes you, and that's a bummer for me. I never
Yeah.
like. With everything I'm never like I always feel like I'm siding with the celebrity or public figure. Do
Mhm.
you?
Yeah, I mean, it depends on the
When-
situation.
Yeah, true. But
Yeah.
I go, yeah, like Justin Bieber was walking out of thing and get this guy's cell phone and slammed it on the ground. I
Yeah.
go, you don't understand what that dude is
Leave that guy alone.
every day.
But Mel Gibson, I was like,
Didn't he like salute
I
the
don't know,
president or
man.
something?
No, yeah, no. I'm saying when
Oh,
they
I
came
thought
out that he
yeah.
called the
Oh yeah, yeah.
cop sugar tits and was like, "Are you a Jew?" It was like,
Mm,
Mel, what's going on, bud?
yeah.
What are you
Hey,
doing?
Are you good?
What are you doing, Mel, bud?
Come on.
Now Hollywood's like,
Yeah.
who cares? Let him make films.
Let him back.
No,
Yeah.
but I do know what you mean. Situationally, I do see and I go, no one's hearing the other side of that story.
Yeah.
You're
No.
not. You hear
No.
you hear what's printed, or you see those bold
Yeah.
words that they throw down.
I saw at the show the other night, a woman got kicked out. She was hammered, yelling stuff out, and everybody was annoyed. You've seen this happen a million times in your shows. And I
can't count.
go, and everybody's like, I go, hey, no, we're not doing this. We're
Mhm.
not doing, nah.
Nah.
This is a person that came to have fun
Yeah.
and then did too much.
Did too much fun.
She's gonna wake up in the morning and be bummed.
Yeah.
I think. I don't know.
She won't remember it. She's like, last night was awesome.
We got
We got kicked
They kicked us out for
out.
laughing too hard. They always say that.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Sorry, I wanted to be a part of the show. But I
Okay.
used to kick people out at shows all the time.
Yeah.
But if they got too rowdy.
Yeah.
But I'm down to have fun.
Same.
But when people get too fucked up at shows, it's never good for anybody because the people around you are bummed. They got to listen to you yell.
Yeah. And somebody's security has to come. We're like, hey, can you like?
And that poor guy doesn't want to do that. The
But-
security guard is like, hey, man, I'm 6'5", and everybody can see me talking to you.
I'm trying to bend over a little.
Yeah,
Like
but
I'm trying to be.
but
like,
I'm a large man. Please don't make me do this in front of.
That's
No,
not.
but that being said, yeah.
But you didn't know what you were that. I probably didn't know I was doing too much
You didn't know
Did
until you knew.
Have you ever be like, oh, they're like, hey, dude, that was too much.
Partying?
Just like being the guy that was too much. Or
I mean,
maybe
I've
you never
partied
were.
way too much.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I've had moments that have slowed me down from drinking because I love it,
Mm-hmm.
but I also know. I know when the
Not
times
it.
that I've gone over the edge that I'm
Yeah.
like, what were you doing? And then I
Yeah.
feel really bad about it, and then I curb that away for a while, and then it happens.
Yeah.
It happens once in a while that you just are like,
Ah.
we drank too much, we got too rowdy, we were being rude or
Yeah.
disrespectful for other people's time and space.
But
We
it-
all make the mistakes.
But addiction, the definition of addiction is repeated attempts to quit despite mounting consequences. That's the definition.
yeah,
So if that's it,
yeah,
sign me up for that.
because
If
that's
what the definition of is, you're like, hey, you do it, I should not do this.
Right.
And, hear people all the time.
I just did that. That's what you're saying. Yeah, I
Yeah.
did it over and over.
Well, if somebody says, no, all right, I'm not drinking for a month.
Right.
All right, no more. That it's it's too strong.
Yeah.
It's too I'm quitting sugar. It's too strong.
Sugar's good.
It's real good. It's real good.
It's so good.
That's why everyone's like, just get like, don't eat Oreos, just eat like a strawberry. I go, that's so disrespectful to the brain.
Right.
That they're like,
Still sugar.
yeah, they're gonna, you'll be back.
Yeah.
You'll be back.
You'll be back.
Or to whatever your thing is. Whatever you think. Everybody says
Yeah.
a different thing. You're like, all right.
Well,
you
look,
enjoy it.
I think alcohol is one of those things that you have to have some semblance of control
Yeah.
if you do want to enjoy it.
Yeah.
And look, without a doubt, sometimes you are going to have too much and
Yeah.
have too much fun.
Yeah.
But as long as it's not really interfering with other parts of your life and putting them to a detriment,
Then
well, then it's okay. You
good.
just got to moderate it.
In here, we pour whiskey.
Hey, if you're looking to create a new idea and publish it online, whether it's a blog, a website, or you're selling products, you got to use Squarespace. I use Squarespace, and I've told you before, not so smart, but I could figure it out. It's very easy. They have beautiful templates, and Squarespace is so simple. Whether or not you're publishing something like an article, or you want to sell stuff online like merch, or you're an artist, they make it so simple and so easy to showcase your work and blog or publish content or sell products or whatever you want to do. They have beautiful templates by world-class designers, like I said. And this is the new way to buy domains and choose from over 200 extensions, analytics that help you grow in real time, built-in search engine optimization, free and secure hosting, 24/7 award-winning customer support, and nothing to patch or upgrade ever. Come on, man. If you're looking to build a website, this is the place to go to. Squarespace is the best. It's what I use. Go to squarespace.com/whiskey for a free trial. And when you're ready to launch, use the offer code whiskey to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. Once again, Squarespace is the place. Squarespace.com/whiskey for a free trial. When you're ready to launch, use the offer code whiskey. Save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. I'm here to tell you that you can be busy and also eat healthy. I know that's a hard thing to talk about because people are always like, it's expensive, but I'm telling you, EVIVE Nutrition is the way to go if you're looking to eat healthy on the go. And they want to inspire you to eat healthy. It's a blenderless smoothie, bursting with high-quality ingredients, organic fruits, vegetables, and all your favorite superfoods. EVIVE is entirely plant-based. Look, I'm not plant-based across the board, but stuff like this, if it tastes delicious, I don't really care as long as I'm getting proteins and nutrients to keep my motor running. I am a big fan of EVIVE Nutrition USA. It's your favorite new breakfast option or something in the middle of the day on the go. 3 easy steps for a blender-free smoothie, all right? All you have to do is pop these little things out. They look like Trivial Pursuit pieces. It's cute. There's no added sugar, no artificial flavors or preservatives, gluten-free, vegan, non-GMO, certified organic, free shipping. What more do you want? It's got all the good stuff, man. I really love it. They're so simple to pop in there. Put the running wheel, put that wheel under water for a minute, and then pop it in a bottle or mason jar or whatever you got on the go. Cover the cubes with your favorite liquid, whether it's plant-based milk or cold water or juice. Let it melt for 20 minutes and shake it up like you're a bartender trying to show off in Vegas. It's delicious, dude. You got to try EVIVE Nutrition smoothies, blenderless smoothies. It's the best. Order online with the code WhiskeyGinger20 and get 20% off plus free delivery right to your door. Visit our website, evivenutrition.com. Discover EVIVE delicious products today. That's evivenutrition.com. Use that offer code WhiskeyGinger20. Get 20% off plus free shipping right to your door.
Ginger. I like gingers.
Which what you were talking about before, I don't know if it was on the podcast or before, you're like, you know, it never really connected with me, like money.
Yeah.
In terms of like wanting it or trying to flex with it.
Flexing with it is more, I want money.
never-
I enjoy
Yeah,
it.
so
I enjoy
do
it.
I.
But it's also like the flex with money was always so strange that we know guys that they make a lot of money and then they want to show you how much money they have.
Yeah.
And then you're like, well, what's that about? I don't even,
But
I guess.
he's doing the same thing that I'm doing, posting videos.
Yeah.
Isn't he?
Yeah, you're getting
Doing
a
the-
fix. Yeah.
Yeah, getting it somehow.
You're getting some kind of kickback from it.
Yeah.
Like you're addicted now to making online content.
Yeah,
You
that's what
are.
I was
You
trying-
replace this
I
with
do,
that.
Yeah, well, they would say work.
Work it that, but that's healthy, I guess.
Yeah.
Unless,
I mean,
unless
well-
it starts to break you down.
Well, same thing. Repeated attempts to quit despite mounting consequences. So it's not. There's no consequences. In effects, there's the opposite,
Right.
which is why you got to kind of
Level it out.
check it a
Yeah.
little bit because you like get rewarded financially in every type of way.
You were going up and you were like, well, how could I be doing anything wrong? I'm going
Yeah.
up. Right.
But then if you're still going up, you're like, I guess I just now all the time I spent drinking is now.
What are you filling it with? Work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you. I
Mm.
wish I could tell you that like something more spiritual.
But you were already kind of spiritual to begin with, no?
Yeah. No, very. Yeah, very.
So,
yeah.
but you can't fill that cup up even more, I guess. I mean, unless you get into the evangelical stuff, and then I get nervous.
Then yeah.
When you start going to stadiums with other people,
Oh yeah, with other like pastors.
I get freaked out about all that stuff. That scares me.
What do you know about that world?
It just freaks me out.
But how do you know about it?
Just because you hear about it through, or you hear about one of these guys, these pastors that got caught for embezzling money, and
Yeah.
they all get caught for doing
Yeah,
something.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's the devil part of that whole spiritual world, where you're like, you're actually the devil. You think you're preaching the good word.
You're the most. Now I don't know anyone. I'm not here to judge anyone's heart or anyone like if
Sure.
somebody's legit or not.
Sure,
I'm
sure.
not the guy. I'm not the guy for that.
But also
yeah.
it's scary. I think that stuff was where it gets me in the place where I'm like, they are taking a lot of money from a lot of people, and I don't know how genuine all that
it's
is.
tricky.
Is that
dude.
God? God's money?
It's tricky.
God's money.
All right. Yeah.
God can be money.
Yeah, and if it's good, but if you get or you're being rewarded, it's growing.
Yeah.
People are coming. You gotta be like, yeah, but look,
Mm-hmm.
10,000 people just came to the. It has to be good.
Yeah, but exactly like you said, it didn't necessarily mean it's a positive thing just because you were getting rewarded for it.
Yeah.
By the way, I keep thinking in my head about me talking shit about the people at the airport at 8 a.m. and I know how many of my fans are being like, I do that every time I fly.
Yeah, fair.
Sorry,
Yeah.
guys. There's a bunch of fans that are like,
But
hey,
you know
man,
what?
I like morning
Yeah.
booze before I fly.
But you know who's not mad at this?
But I live
Okay,
in an
go.
airport, by
Yeah.
the way. They don't live like we live, and we see these people every week, and it breaks your heart. That's
Yeah.
all. Because I see it and I go, this isn't fun. She doesn't even look like she's having fun.
Yeah.
It's a
way.
thing you need.
And you know who's mad at that? People that have a problem.
Uh,
If they don't have a problem, they think that's funny.
oh, yeah.
That's the truth about comedy.
Yeah.
The only people that are ever mad, offended, are at truth.
Mm. Of course.
Like people say, I can't tell me how many times daily that people say that I'm gay on the internet.
Mm-hmm. Are you?
No.
You could be gay on the internet.
Oh yeah, good point. I've
I
probably
think,
done some,
I think I am.
I've
I
done
think,
some feminine characters.
I think I'm
bet
gay on the
yeah,
internet.
I could be.
I-
But that doesn't. I'm not like, guys, listen. Let me set the record straight because it doesn't.
I play you right into it. I go, yeah,
Yeah.
I am.
Yeah.
Why do you think I have all these guys on this show?
But that just not. It's not. It doesn't.
It doesn't affect you.
No, if it's not true. But if someone knows that they might have a problem, and that truth,
It hits them hard.
it's tough.
Yeah.
That's it.
But not every guy that gets overly defensive about being gay is gay. Maybe they just don't like it. And they're homophobic.
Yeah, maybe. Oh yeah. Yeah.
That's the other side.
Listen up. Yeah,
You don't call me that. I don't like those guys.
No, that's not what I meant. Yeah.
No, but it is true. Well,
Yeah.
also, the internet's going to say whatever it's going to say about
Yeah.
you. They'll pick apart every little thing about you.
But
The one hair on your head, they'll go, the one way he shapes his hair up, I don't like
Yeah.
the one left side.
it's already going to happen in this podcast, however long it goes. Right?
Please comment about his hair.
Yeah.
You've always had such ridiculously
Should I
up
put it back here?
up hair.
Just
No.
so I could, just so people is it
Show
still
it off.
going out.
Show it off.
Yeah, I got nice hair.
I always wish you would go bald, but just up here, just crown.
Ooh,
I wish you
and
still had
keep
all the
that?
hot hair in the front, but a
Yeah.
huge crown in the back.
and just I'll shave it, put the back over
Yeah,
it, so
flip
nobody
it back
would know.
over.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
Gotta
still
be that.
hoping for you. I
Yeah.
hope you collapse down that hill.
we got.
How
a
old are you
future.
now?
37.
I never knew we were the same age.
Same age. Are
Isn't
we?
that funny? I
Well,
never
'cause
felt
you were
that.
way ahead of me, career-wise.
No, I wasn't. I was
No,
just,
no,
I
but
was
you
just-
were doing stuff on TV.
I was spinning a lot of plates.
I know who you were.
Mm-hmm.
I know who you were.
Yeah.
At the time. Yeah.
But I was just spinning a lot of plates.
maybe. Yeah.
So wait, let me go back. It didn't make you more spiritual.
No, it 100%. It may be. I'm way more of a Christian now than I was before.
Oh, you are?
Way
I
more.
thought you said you weren't.
No, I said I wish I had a more spiritual answer
Ah.
for like what I'm doing with my.
Who cares?
It turns out like I might have just needed to get on antidepressants and be sober.
Right.
That
Are you
might
on
have-
antidepressants?
Yeah.
What are you on?
Lexapro.
Is that one good?
Yeah, it is for me.
Yeah.
I got on the smallest dose of it.
What's the smallest dose? A
10
milligram
or something like
10
that.
milligrams?
But you know, a lot of like I say that because in like Christian circles they'll be like, well, did God help you to
Get on
sobri-"
Lexapro?
or no, or like sobriety? You're like, well, you seem to be doing better.
Mm.
You're like, yeah, I think I just needed to stop drinking and get on some antidepressants because I had a chemical imbalance in my brain. It wasn't because I didn't pray
Right.
or because you didn't want to be.
Did you ever get drunk and pray?
No, I don't think so.
You never got lit up and prayed?
No, did you?
I think that's the only time I do pray.
God's listening,
Please
dude.
let me
Yeah.
make it home to
Yeah.
the. Let me just get this car home.
Yeah. But if you say like God, like what if somebody was going to church for
Mm.
20 years to try to control their eating and lose weight?
Yeah.
Could never get it at church. And then they found Jenny Craig or Tony Robbins or Oprah, and they lost the way. What is a Christian to say about that?
It worked. One thing leads to another, doesn't it?
Yeah, and I would say God, like AA is not Christian, but like God definitely used
But
that.
AA does have a lot of spiritual
100%,
basis, right? Don't they say
100%.
submit to a higher power and all that? Yeah.
And that helped you.
I'm the kid of an addict, so I know all about it.
That
right?
helped you. Yeah.
Well, sure. I mean, you could. That's like saying, what's instrumental in what everything is instrumental in everything that you do.
Yeah.
So like something does is always going to lead to another thing. Now,
Yeah.
did you take up cigarettes and coffee like every other addict I know?
No, coffee. Because you go to
You didn't
those-
drink coffee before.
No, and
you
you go to
never
those-
seemed like you did either. You look too nice to drink
yeah,
coffee.
Now I'm
How much are you having?
No, I just get like I drink Red Bull, but I mean like the coffee is. You go to those meetings, and you have to.
You don't have a choice.
You have to.
Well, because you have to stay awake to listen to everybody.
And that wasn't even. It's not even good. It's the worst kind of coffee.
That's actually
and
my
I got
favorite.
into that. It
Burn
is?
coffee. Yeah, burn coffee.
With like powder creamer.
Bring it on.
Tough, dude. Really?
You clean out your insides. If you're having a tough time, if you're ever constipated, go to a 1 AA meeting, drink that coffee. You'll be
You'd
flooded.
be good to go.
Right.
Yeah. But it's.
But no cigarettes.
No, I can't get it. Well, I was talking about because I was talking about money. I need to get a vice because I don't have any. I was thinking maybe gambling. Is that a good one?
Yeah, that's a great one. And I
should get
think
that
in
one?
AA they would applaud the idea of you transferring from liquor to
Yeah.
that. Good for you.
Well, I'll tell you, I still have trouble with the attention from women. It's still.
What do you mean?
That holds me pretty hard.
That you pine for a lot of attention from
Or
women?
like that's alcohol was kind of easy for me to give up. There's a guy in rehab that was like addicted to cocaine, and he was like, and he said, sadly enough, I guess I say he's since relapsed and has passed away. But it held him so heavy.
Yeah.
So, and he was like in there 4 months and still and alcohol never really held me like that.
It just helped you access a different part of you.
Yeah, and it kind of like 3 weeks in, I was like, yeah, I think I'm good without that. You know what I'm saying? It didn't. But like the attention from women and like going down those roads that's been in my life since I was 10, dude.
Yeah, but everybody you're an entertainer. You love attention. That's part of your vice is being like, I want people to validate me.
Yeah, I need it.
Yeah, you want people to go, you're great. This is great. You did great. I love you on this. Like that's
and so you're like, yeah, I want it.
Yeah.
Badly.
Well, you want it to a scale because you want.
Although if you didn't want it, we wouldn't be here.
Yeah.
Not necessarily women, but like the attention or the validation or the something
of fans.
Yeah.
Yeah, we all want validation of our fans.
So if it's gone to the part of now hindering you.
Right.
Do you ever like make a piece of content and you're like sometimes I'm like I think I'm just making it because
for the clicks?
I need my DMs to like light up. I think sometimes I'm just making this is a piece of content that I believe in that I like from my heart and I would like to put out. And sometimes I'm like, yeah, I feel like I might be just like doing a thing here.
And I mean, honestly, I don't like doing any of this stuff. So I'm barely getting through any of this shit.
You don't like any of it.
No, for me, it's like this was always a way for the podcast world because we're two different worlds, truly.
Yeah.
The podcast world for me was always a way to connect with my fans, and I got excited the fact that it's like I have a direct line to tell them how I feel and how I think and how my friends feel and think.
Directly to them.
And this to me is like, well, now they're sitting in the room with us, and I loved that because there was no more filter.
Yeah,
my agents just literally were just calling me while we're here, and like, no disrespect, but like they're always another filter that's going to sift through something to clean something up.
If you had a pilot, you sent it to them. They have to
do something. They have a job.
Otherwise, they can't just say send it through.
Right. Otherwise, they get fired.
If you say, hey, can you listen to our podcast and tell us what the problematic parts were?
Right.
They would.
Of course.
Yeah, they would.
Yeah, they'd sift through it,
100%.
make notes. So to me, it's like this was the reason I did this was because I
great
wanted
point.
to connect with fans and go, I don't have to go through the other channel. Look, I do TV, and that's tough because people have no idea how restrictive that is.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
You can't do most things.
And you're on FX, so like you can do more things.
You can, but you can't do exactly what you want all the time. You have to adhere to a television show.
You write that character?
No, I mean, I improv a lot of stuff on the show.
But now they're writing it with you in mind. I can tell.
Yeah, they do. They do a good job.
I like.
There's some great writers
Yeah,
on that
there
show.
is. Yeah.
But also,
But that's
still
pretty
have to-
close. Doing the Bad Friends and this and Dave is pretty close versus like from where you were on like Punked and Mixology and all that.
Oh, yeah,
It's
well-
like this is when I see Dave, I go, that's Andrew Santino's role. That's his.
Yeah.
That's his.
We definitely carved it out for sure.
That's what I'm saying. So
Yeah.
you're like, it's not 100%. I do whatever I want whenever I want. Kanye West sleeping in the Mercedes-Benz Stadium.
Love that.
Yeah. I
With
do, dude.
pantyhose on his head?
Freaking awesome.
Love that, dude.
It's
Whatever you
unbelievable.
want, dude.
I love him, dude.
Make everyone just listen to you for an hour and a half. Say nothing.
Did you see where the stadium was just white?
Yeah, love it.
Unbelievable.
I like bold requests.
Respect.
Yeah.
Respect.
Because I'm never that guy. So when I see someone do it, I go,
Awesome, dude.
crazy.
So
Great.
if I'm not 100%, I do whatever I want on my terms. Release Taylor Swift comes on Instagram for 3 weeks, releases an album, disappears for she's doing whatever she wants.
Yeah. That's powerful.
Yes.
Yeah.
We have to kind of
We have to keep doing it.
a little bit.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
maybe
have to put this out.
less than other people, but we have to keep doing it.
Yeah, well, but that's the other thing. I enjoy it.
I do too. I love it.
I
love it.
enjoy
Yeah,
making
yeah,
the
yeah.
thing because
Yeah.
it's a way to exercise these comedic
Yeah.
firings in your head
Yeah.
that you're like, well, I want to get something out.
And we've doing well,
Yeah.
but if you had a $1 billion, you'd still go down to Laugh Factory.
No,
Yes, you would.
not there.
Okay. All right. Well, you
I'm kidding. No, I'm kidding.
you would still.
No,
you're-
I'd still do.
you're like,
I would
what
still
do you-
do shows. Of course.
What do you
I
want
would
to do
of course.
tonight? I want to go. I'll go down to the store.
I would
do a
probably
set.
still go to the clubs
Yes.
and do sets.
That's the tricky thing about our job.
Yeah,
We would do it for free.
we did for years.
Yeah, we did.
That's
Yeah,
why we can't do that anymore.
we can't do it
Because at
anymore.
some point you're like,
Ah, man.
I made $80 this whole month,
Yeah.
and then you're like, can't pay for my life. So I think that all that
Yeah.
sacrifice is why you're receiving a lot of praise and
Yeah.
happiness. I mean, you selling out theaters now, right?
Yeah. I remember you when you first called me when I was doing that.
I saw when you first started doing theaters, I was
And
impressed.
you said, you called me, you were, nervous that you were doing a run of theaters. And I was
Yeah.
somehow before you in that.
Oh yeah,
Not
because
before you, but
no,
but
you had gotten theaters. You had gotten theaters early because your circuits, you were selling out
they were like, yeah.
you were selling out like lunchrooms.
Yeah, so-
filled with people, right?
Yeah, I was selling everywhere, like
Like what was the
Every-
typical venue when you were first on those tours before
I
theater?
mean, the first tours were 2,500 seat churches
churches.
packed.
God bless. Did you pass around a collection plate?
No,
You should. You know how fun it'd be for me to
Well,
go on tour for you as
yeah,
an
come on board, dude.
excommunicated Irish Catholic kid?
No, they still love you, dude.
They
Well,
can't-
all right. Here's the thing.
No, they don't.
At a church, I was still doing ticketed events.
So how much were tickets at a
I don't know,
church?
20, $30. But it's just renting, like you're renting a gym.
But do you have to pay the church?
No, that's the thing. I mean, kind of, a little bit.
What do you mean? Do you have to pay your tidings or whatever it is?
Tidings is Christmas.
It's the same thing to me.
Tidings. No, it's way
I
different.
couldn't care less.
Okay, were you thinking the church is using the tithe money to pay me to come? That was never happening.
No. People were paying tickets. You were getting the ticket money, but you didn't have to rent the space.
I mean, you had to pay a little bit to pay the janitor, and
But that's
It's
incredible.
not like going to the Wiltern.
what a cut corner,
But you know why they liked it?
huh?
You know the answer.
Because you're spreading the word of God.
No, because everybody from Wichita Falls, Texas,
Goes to their church.
and then they think, oh, come Easter, come Christmas. Oh,
I'll go back to this church.
we had fun there.
So you were doing promo for the church.
Kinda,
Yeah, you were.
I guess. Yeah, because they would come, and you know what's funny is before I was like, there was a church they were like, we can't afford,
hmm
and my agent goes, let's just get 3 churches in Wichita Falls to come together and bring you in. I go, they wouldn't do that. Why would a church not do that?
Church competition, dude.
You're gonna send where's it gonna be?
Yeah.
Where is the event gonna be?
Pick a church.
And then you were gonna send all our members to the competitor for fun, for the fun night, and they go in there. Oh, these seats are nice in here.
Yeah, this place
oh,
is
dude,
great.
They got the screens in here.
This is better than First Baptist.
This is nice.
This is better than First Baptist.
And then my agent or whoever, they would be like, why wouldn't they do that? I go, you don't understand.
yeah.
They would never do that.
Yeah, the competitor club.
Never do
The
that,
improv's
yeah.
not going to send people to helium.
Yeah.
You'd be like, go over there, but then come back here at some point.
Oh, yeah, no.
It doesn't make any sense. Tell me
That's
this, though.
funny.
Tell me this. I'm so curious to the world of these tours.
Yeah.
Mainly because also I think there's a miscommunication of you're a religious comic. That's
Yeah.
not the truth. You do comedy. That would be comedy
Yeah.
anywhere.
Yeah.
You just happen to have a fan base that has a Christian base,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
You
And
do-
I remember this. I think Bert. It was you and
Kreischer?
Bert. Yeah.
Yeah.
That when I was kind of like a middle act in Denver,
Mm-hmm.
and people were coming. I remember Bert coming through and you coming through.
Yeah.
And and Bert was like, so you're like clean? I go, so you do like Christian? He said the same thing you did. He goes, it's freaking awesome, dude. He
Yeah.
goes, I loved. I don't know what it is, but Freaking awesome.
It's not.
He goes, I want to
yeah.
hear it. He goes, do all your Christian. I go, you want me to do them all? He goes, do them all. I want to hear them in front of him.
Yeah.
He goes, this is unbelievable. And I go, oh, yeah. Because I was down at the Comedy Magic Club. I don't remember who it was.
Hermosa, yeah.
Somebody, this is when I was trying to get into the store around those times when we had this conversation. And there's somebody before me. I think it was a female comic. I don't remember who it was. But she was doing a joke about Moses and the burning bush.
No, I don't know who that is.
I can't remember who it is either. But I was kind of told, like, hey, get rid of the Christian stuff. Don't be kind of who you...
Who said that to you?
Just...
You, maybe?
Maybe.
Yeah.
And maybe I think my agent at the time was like, hey, we can't have you, like, saying all... And I go... I confronted that girl after. I go, what was that bit? She goes, Moses and the burning bush. I go, yeah, but these people aren't... She goes, everybody knows about... And if they don't know it, they got it.
Yeah, they'll figure it out.
I go, like, my nephew is named Ezekiel, named after a strong masculine Bible character, but it's confusing because he is a very weak kid. He has a peanut allergy. But everybody's like, if you don't know Ezekiel, you get it.
You already explained it.
Yeah, you got it. You got it.
Yeah.
So then I was like, oh, I got a thing that no one else is
doing.
I should just go all into this.
Yeah.
And then everybody's like, this is unbelievable.
And you did.
But it's not a Christianity from... every comic, if you go to the store, will mention Jesus.
Or some semblance of being atheist
But mentioning Jesus, everybody knows he's a very relevant person.
Yeah, he's kind of famous.
Yeah, everybody knows about him.
Yeah.
In here, we pour whiskey, whiskey.
Do you like clothes? I know I do. Cuts Clothing is incredible. I've spoken about them before. They have this buttery soft signature Pika. The Pika. This Pika Pro Tri-Blend Tee and the Cozy Hyperloop French Terry fabric hoodies. Cuts elevates clothing samples with cutting-edge fabric technology. Let me tell you something about Cuts. They sent me a bunch of shirts, and I really love them. I really did. Particularly the polo, I really do like because I can wear it on the golf course. You can wear it when you go to a professional lunch meeting somewhere fancy in Beverly Hills. Or I can just wear it when I'm hanging out at the house, which I really do like when I'm having a couple of sody pops at the crib with the old bag. Whether you're hustling for a promotion, working on your golf swing, or chilling with friends, Cuts Clothing keeps you feeling good and looking sharp, baby boy. GQ Magazine calls the classic Pika Pro Tri-Blend Tee the only shirt worth wearing. You don't listen to GQ Magazine? You're a dum-dum. Try the wrinkle-free Pika Polo design. Keeps you fitted for the office, the golf game, or even your next hot date, dude, out on the town with your lady friend. So do me a favor. This month marks the Cuts' 5th anniversary, and they're doing it big with 2 collection drops, a product launch, and a week-long special event. Join the celebration, and you're going to get 15% off site-wide by going to cutsclothing.com/whiskey, cutsclothing.com/whiskey. That's cutsclothing.com/whiskey for 15% off and access to anniversary events all month long. Hey, summer is coming to a close, and for all you carnivores out there, you meat eaters, you need to soak up the last couple of days of the summer on the grill, barbecuing up your favorite meats, and Butcher Box has got it for you. I love Butcher Box, man. These things come with 9 to 11 pounds of meat, packed fresh, shipped frozen, vacuum sealed, making it simple to store in the freezer and put a delicious meal together with your friends or by yourself. Who cares? You can eat it by yourself if you want. If you are a meat eater, it's so good. 100% grass-fed and finished beef, free-range organic chicken, humanely raised pork, wild-caught lobster tails, wild-caught Alaskan salmon or salmon, depending on how you say it, and sugar and nitrate-free bacon. This is delicious. The deal is great for sharing or enjoying by yourself. There's enough variety to satisfy everybody's preference. Treat yourself and receive a special offer from ButcherBox. With new members sign up, ButcherBox is going to give you a free gift, chicken, burgers, and hot dogs in your first box. That's a lot of meat. You're going to get way more meat than you anticipated when you sign up for your first time. I'm telling you, ButcherBox is the best. If you've never tried it, you don't know what you're doing. I love it. I just cooked meat yesterday. I'm going to have lobster tails tomorrow. That's how I do it. ButcherBox wants you to enjoy the rest of the summer. With this special deal, ButcherBox is giving our listeners a special offer of 3 pounds of chicken breast, 2 pounds of burgers, and 1 pack of hot dogs for free. Right now, new members can get the special deal when they sign up at butcherbox.com/whiskey, butcherbox.com/whiskey, butcherbox.com/whiskey for a free chicken, free burgers, and hot dogs in your first box.
Ginger. I like gingers.
Everybody knows what about Christianity? They meet on Sunday. Mm-hmm. They're kind of judgmental.
You forget a lot.
There's disciples. Mm-hmm. Noah's Ark. David and Goliath.
Yeah, they know the big ones.
Yeah, you see, I was like, I'll just kind of, and if I veer off track, I'll explain it a little.
Right.
And everybody's like,
that works.
Go to the
but
theaters.
when you were doing it in the churches,
yeah,
Did you ever push the limits of what you
all
should
the
be
time,
saying?
all the time.
And did you ever get flack for it?
No, because I was like I was like one of them, because I'm from the inside.
Like you do? Oh, right. But you weren't cussing, but you would still
Nah, I
push
wouldn't
the
cut-
volume.
Yeah,
You
100%.
pushed the
I was
limit.
like edgy for like a Christian. They're like in the mainstream. If you go down to like,
You're pro Judas.
they're like, well done. That's a Christian joke.
There it
dude.
is, yeah.
See, you got it.
That's like when people are pro Trump. Comics
Yeah,
do pro
yeah.
Trump. That you're
He's
like,
like, oh, he's doing a.
yeah, that's a pro Trump is pro Judas.
Oh yeah. He's like, he's doing a bit.
This is his pro Judas.
He's like, I love him, dude.
It
I love
crushes.
Him. Yeah. Versus like, if I go to the Laugh Factory tonight, I'm like the cleanest, most wholesome, most family friendly comedian. But in church, I'm like what's he gonna say? Like
Ooh.
edgy.
You're a
guy.
bad boy.
Yeah.
Who's your
100%.
competition in that world? Does somebody come up a little bit?
Not that I know of.
There's nobody.
No.
No one's even behind you trying to ride that wake.
No.
It's pretty
Well,
scary.
I'm not trying.
I might move in.
You come in, dude. Yeah.
I might. Let me see if I can formulate some stuff right
We
now.
already
What's up with the Last Supper? Can we call it dinner?
Yeah. There's a joke on Twitter about that. They're like, why is it? Somebody goes, hey, you ready for the Last Supper? And he goes, what? How do they know it was the last?
How did they know?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
They're
good.
like, what? It's funny.
Why do they sit on the same
Yeah.
side of that table? That was always
Yeah.
a big question.
That's that thing on Twitter. He goes, hey, can I get reservations for 26? You're like, you only got 13. Yeah, but we're sitting on the same side.
Oh my God! This
Hilarious.
is all
That's
Christian
not my
Twitter.
joke. That's not my joke, but that's
This is all Christian Twitter.
That's killer, dude. That's a funny joke.
But what's like the most edgy version? You don't have to tell the joke.
I'll
but
tell
what's
a joke.
You don't have to, but or you go ahead.
Like I would be say like,
Two gay guys walk into a church.
I do a joke about how my sister is trying to get a nose job, and she's trying to get a nose job. My mom won't let her because it's not in the Bible. Like there's no Bible verse to justify a nose job. I go, Mom, you can find a Bible verse to justify any surgery. And my mom goes, she's like, all right, I'll quiz you. And she goes, triple bypass. I go, he can triple bypass, creating me a clean heart. That's a Bible verse.
Okay.
Everybody's like, and I go, cataracts. I go, those who have eyes, let them see. And then she tried to stump me. She goes, boob job. I go, he can move mountains. Stupid, dude. That's like
no, it's good.
Yeah, it's like a joke.
I feel
it's
it.
a joke.
I feel it.
It's like that's a real verse.
And he can move mountains.
He can, through his power, he can move mountains.
But that's God invented boob jobs, didn't he?
Yeah, dude.
There's no
yeah.
way he didn't.
I think he boob jobs.
Boob jobs.
I think that was man-made. Pretty sure.
Who made man? See you later, bud.
Got
Why don't you
him.
come back when you figure it out?
Checkmate, dude.
Let me ask. Okay,
Yeah,
let me
got
ask
him.
some. Let me ask some real ones.
Yeah.
Why they put Jesus white in church? The dude wasn't white. Why did they
Wasn't
make
white.
him white in all these churches?
Yeah.
That was always the thing. I got kicked out of Catholic school
For asking that?
just for being a bad kid.
Yeah. Mostly for being a bad kid.
I was a
Yeah.
bad kid, but I
Yeah.
always was. I questioned everything.
But that's what.
That's why I always liked Judaism. I was like, the
Yeah.
Jews get it right. They question the whole thing.
they were like,
The Catholics were like, don't you dare.
I think it was.
I was like, why do I got to be in a box telling some guy my secrets?
Yeah, I think it was Pete Holmes that said, a comedian is always the guy sitting in the back going, nah.
Nah.
To anything, to everything.
It's true.
Everything.
So that's why Catholic school is so hard for me.
That's you sit in the back of like a real estate presentation, a church, an AA meeting, and you go, nope, nah.
Nah.
Everybody
Doubt it.
Nah, and that's it. You know that emoji, like that one, like that.
Suspect.
When somebody says about the vaccine or about politicians or about, and you just go, no. If the world goes, that's where comedy lives.
That's the root of
Just-
it. You still didn't answer. Why do they paint him white in church?
I don't have no idea. That's what you came to ask me.
Yeah.
Well,
They always make him white in white churches.
is he black in black churches?
Yeah, of course he is. You never seen
Jesus?
Black Jesus?
No,
We got to get you into some black church.
I never. Yeah,
Black Jesus.
that's cool. Well, I always want. This is my always question about. You know how they advertise heaven as like streets of gold, mansions, palaces.
Do they?
Yeah,
I always thought it was clouds.
the gates, the pearly gates,
Pearly gates, yeah.
streets of gold.
Right.
You're gonna live in a mansion, or like these are very like material things.
Yeah, seems weird. Why?
I thought
that had nothing to do with.
I thought that's what, but that I always thought that.
Do you believe in the afterlife?
I do. Yes.
But do you
Yes.
think it's a place?
Yes,
You do.
I do.
Well, let's figure it out. Where do you think it is?
Let's get into it.
Yeah.
Where physically is it?
What is it to you?
That's tricky.
Yeah.
Where is it?
Yeah. Where is it?
I think it's a sense of. I know people on Earth. If somebody dies, your best friend.
Uh huh.
As an atheist.
Why would you say that about my best
No,
friend?
sorry. Yeah. I don't
How
know.
could you do that?
My best friend.
I hope he doesn't. Okay,
Or
yours.
or
That's
your
fine.
parents or somebody. Yeah.
Jesus Christ, my parents.
No,
No.
sorry, dude. Yeah, I took it worse.
Yeah.
It's as an atheist, in a defense of an atheist, would say like, he's just that's it. That's tough to stomach.
Yeah, that's nothing.
Is it, that it's just, and you can do whatever you want on this earth with no. That's
it.
what are we all doing here?
Science. Who knows?
Which yeah.
Nobody knows.
That,
But your best guess is your best guess.
everything we know about Earth and science, and when somebody dies, no one knows.
Yeah, nobody. It's great.
That's wild.
I know where I go.
Where?
Into something else.
Another, you're still Andrew.
No.
Oh, you're not Andrew.
No, Andrew's just a shell.
Yeah.
The body is just a transportation unit.
I agree with that.
The soul and the energy go into something else.
It goes somewhere.
Into something else.
Yeah.
Into the next generation of things.
Yeah.
Whether it's a person or an animal or a plant. No, you can't.
Yeah.
Energy doesn't disappear. It merely transfers into something new.
Yeah.
So your heart's ticking.
Yeah.
There's no
It is.
battery inside of you.
No. It's
So-
just going.
Yeah, so what makes it go?
That's unbelievable.
Energy.
Yeah.
So your energy, created by whatever you
Where
believe
did it
in.
start?
Where did energy start
We're
from?
getting into it now. Yeah. But I'm saying you're just out here, and then someday you could just be like, no more, and then he just died in his sleep. That's it.
Yeah, but his energy
That's
went
why.
somewhere.
Yeah, it went somewhere.
Somebody took it. A guy we know just died last weekend.
Man.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know. Older guy.
Okay.
Older gentleman.
All right.
But I said to my buddy, I go, man, I wonder where he is now. And he was like, what? He's dead. I was like, no, I wonder where it went.
Yeah.
It's gotta go somewhere.
But when you ever looked in a dead body, there's nothing in there.
What are you doing on the weekends?
No, I just sometimes I could just.
Just staring at dead bodies?
You're like, dude, I know you're sober, but
Have I ever seen somebody dead? Yeah.
it's not in there.
No,
That's-
nothing's in there.
It's not in there.
That's a shell.
That's not in there.
This is a shell.
Yeah,
What do they
it's
call
not
it
in
in the
there.
Bible? They call this is just you're like a
Yeah,
transportation
you're,
unit of
yeah,
some
yeah,
kind.
Yeah. You're a vessel.
You're a vessel,
Yeah,
right?
you're a vessel.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm doing the blue collar version.
Vessel, dude.
You're like a dump truck,
Dude,
for
if
your
I
soul.
see if I catch a wind of you doing these, I'm gonna be like, dude, I'm gonna be proud of you.
I'm gonna forget all this. I don't even remember what's going on right
I
now.
started him in comedy.
This was a comedy podcast, and we went really deep. We went
got
to, we
into
went to alcohol and addiction.
We got pretty into it.
What I should say is to cover up some of that stuff, or not cover up, but to
wrap it up.
to cover what
Yeah.
I felt about addiction. I think a lot of people have struggled with alcohol. I'm proud that you got off the sauce. If you think you need to do it, I think it's good.
Yeah.
If you can moderate it, that's good too. And
Great. It's not.
it's going to work for everybody differently. And
And
if you need to have a drink in the airport at 8 a.m.,
Go
go
for it.
ahead.
Go for it.
Go ahead.
There was a guy.
Why
there
am
was-
I judging? I don't care.
There was a guy. So everybody in rehab has done the most horrific human things.
Yeah, like killed somebody?
Pretty close.
Yeah.
They're like, but then you hear their story
Yeah.
and you go, man, we love you, dude. I want to give you a hug.
Because you feel for him.
Yeah, this guy was doing. So he was
Well, you
like,
can't share. It's anonymous.
no, I'm not sharing it. No, in rehab, I'm not.
No, you're not going to share a story now, can you?
No, I'm going to share a story of a guy.
Can you do that?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm not gonna out the guy.
We're going to put his name right here at the
Yeah.
bottom. If you click right here, there's a hyperlink to
DM
his
it.
Instagram
No,
page.
he said he was a surgeon.
Uh-huh.
A surgeon, and he was covering 3 hospitals in his city. And he needed when you're a surgeon, you're the guy.
You're the
You're the
guy.
god in that hospital. This guy, you're holding someone's life,
Wild.
and nothing. None of the nurses and none of the staff can do anything until
You.
the surgeon comes.
What was his jazz? What was his addiction?
Alcohol.
Yeah, okay.
But they were like, well, here's your gloves. Here's your mat.
Smock.
You just walk in. You park your Benz right in the front. Just and his kind of family life was not good,
Right.
and so he was addicted to work.
Right.
He did not sleep, covering 3 hospitals, which is.
Insane.
And he said he was doing shots before surgeries
Party.
to calm down.
Kind of tight.
A little bit of a flex.
That's insane.
And then he said that he couldn't stop working because he needed to be the guy.
Sure.
But he was exhausted
Mm-hmm.
and he was depressed. But he found no way. Does that make sense? There's no way out of that.
Of course.
You can't say, "Hey, I want to take time off," because you need to go there. To be, I
Mm-hmm.
say, like Ralphie May, he died of stand-up comedy.
He died?
Yeah, shoot, dude.
Rest in peace. No, Ralphie was great. He did die stand-up comedy.
But they were like,
He
"Hey,
worked
just,
himself
he
to
goes,
death.
Just come off the road,
Yeah.
and you have pneumonia. Just come off the road."
No, he was never going to
Nah.
do that.
No.
stand up was the thing he loved more than
Can't do
anything.
it. Yeah.
But don't you feel like I feel like that's I'm addicted to work. I'm
Yeah.
definitely addicted to work.
Can't do it.
I'm an addict. I'm not going to give up.
100%. Yeah.
But you got to learn. You're right though. With age and time comes moderation, right? Like I've
Yeah.
learned to moderate alcohol because I got
Yeah.
older, and you're like, man, sometimes
Not
I just
working out.
I don't need to
Yeah.
be I don't need to be partying that much.
yeah.
Same thing about work. I've only learned recently, and I think it's an age thing where you
Yeah.
go, I need to slow down sometimes. Just
can't.
take a break.
When's the first time you were like, I'm not gonna go out and but I don't have other plans? That's just for me recent. Like I'm not gonna go to the club.
Probably 3-4 years ago, I started
3
to
or
go
4 years ago.
Yeah.
And how long you been doing stand up?
since 2006.
Oh my.
I know.
You were like, I don't have any plans tonight, but I
Like tonight, I can't wait to not do anything.
but I did 6 hours at the Albany Improv last weekend. You're like, you can take a night off.
Yeah, you need it.
But like new material Monday at Zany's like, she's like, can you come through? I'm like,
Why not?
yeah.
I got nothing going on.
Yeah, nothing.
But don't you think that's a lot healthier than hitting the bottle?
Yeah.
For you.
Yep. Well, it hasn't become a consequence.
Well, and when it does, you'll shift?
Well, like working,
Yeah.
I guess it has, but I mean, I'm still single.
So what?
Yeah, dude. Thanks, dude.
What does that even mean? Do you
I
need,
feel like I would like to have like a.
you want a partner?
I think so.
Go
yeah.
get one.
I could make that happen.
Yeah, I feel like you could.
Thanks, dude.
You're handsome enough,
Gas
dude.
me up, dude.
You
Yeah.
could do it.
You need to make some small changes in life, but yeah, you fix your hair.
There is
but,
a few
yeah.
things I will email you that you need to change.
Thanks, not publicly.
But you do. So you're what? You're pining, right? You've mentioned it, I think, a few times. You sound like you really do want a partner in life, huh?
Yeah,
And you're having trouble.
I'm having. Yeah, because the thing about stand up, and every comic will relate to this. You don't know what is done for me.
Yeah.
Man, there's nothing. My buddy used to have a joke. He'd be like, "Dude, my kids don't know my name, but I got this new closer that's crushing." It's a joke,
Right.
Dude, the doctor said I had a spot, but like, dude, this new 5 minutes is
But
killer.
I'm murdering.
So when you say, "Hey, just like take a night off and like go out to dinner with like a
buddy.
with a woman,"
on a date.
and I
yeah.
go, I can't do it because that has made me feel so good.
Oh, so you need to do that, dude.
What?
You need to just go out on a date.
And not
Yeah. What are you doing?
take her to a date to the comedy club?
Oh God, that guy's the
no,
worst.
yeah,
Don't
no.
take her there. That guy.
While you're performing?
Yeah.
that
You want to
guy's the
see
worst.
me rip?
Oh God.
No, dude. Do yourself a favor and take some time to
Well,
be
that's
for
what
you.
Yeah, that's a rehab. Because you're like, dude,
You have enough money in the bank. You're
We're doing
still
all right.
young. You're
Yeah.
fine.
We're doing
Take some
fine.
time.
Yeah.
Show me your bank account right now. Show it to me. Open up your phone and do it.
I don't know.
Do it right
I don't
now.
know how to get to it.
Yeah, you do.
I don't.
Open your phone right now.
To my checking account?
Mhm.
I don't know how to get to it. I don't know how
Savings.
to get to the
Give
account.
it to me right now.
I don't know how to get to it.
Show it to me.
I don't know how to get
Whiskey bully.
We're doing good though. We're doing
Ginger
good.
bully. That's what.
Yeah,
that
you don't
is.
have to. You wouldn't have.
No,
to,
you're doing fine. That's what I'm saying. Take a night off. Have some fun. You've achieved
You
some
don't
stuff.
have to work anymore. I wouldn't have to work anymore.
You're right. Well, you'd have to
Anymore.
do comedy still.
No, if I didn't want to.
You'd never work again.
Yeah.
You hide in a cave.
No, if I did, I said I don't need to work anymore.
Right.
So now we're just out here.
Yeah.
Like you, right?
Well, you took all that money from those religious people. Don't you feel bad?
Well, I feel like what
Tithings?
tithing is what it's called.
I mean, why though?
but I wasn't taking anyone's tithe. What are you talking about?
No, I just wanted to hear it again in my
oh
head.
yeah,
Tithings?
yeah, tidings. Yeah.
No, tithing.
Tithing.
And you pass around the hat.
You got to pay 10%.
Did it used to be the preacher's hat? Is that where that
I
comes
think
from?
it was just like a hat or like
Just some
like
guy's
kind-
hat?
Yeah, and they put 10% in there.
Who chose whose hat?
Depends on where. Well, I've been in a lot of different. Depends on the denomination.
In
Catholics
Catholics,
is real-
it's
they got
it's
the
a
way-
metal bowl.
Okay.
Oh, they
yeah.
got baskets.
Yeah, they got with the handles.
And the little kids come around with the baskets, the little
yeah.
schmucks,
Yeah.
and they look
that
at
was
you
your
weird.
job?
Huh?
What do you mean you got kicked out?
Of
You
the
just got
church?
kicked out of the school
They got kicked out of Catholic
for
school
being bad.
for punching somebody.
Can't do that. I think that's any school.
You deserved it.
Yeah. I
Are
did.
you kidding me? In public school, everybody punches each other. That's
Yeah,
what
you're
public
fine.
school is.
So you had to go to public school.
I did.
So since then, you'd be like religious people.
No, my mother got a
Yeah.
divorce when I was 1
Okay.
because because
Or for religious reasons.
my dad went to jail, prison.
Yeah.
He had some
it's
trouble.
Justified.
Well,
yeah.
so the Catholic Church makes you get an annulment, which basically says that you were not married.
Oh, in the Catholic
in
Church.
the Catholic Church. Yeah,
because
that's
you
what I'm
can't. Yeah.
Yeah, not the broad Christian stroke. Catholics, they were specific
You
about
got to get married in the Catholic Church.
correct. And
Yeah.
if you do get a divorce, you have to get an annulment, which says in the eyes of the Lord the marriage never really took place. It's essentially saying
So you can still go to heaven.
correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But my mother felt
Tough.
a really Catholics are stringent.
Tough.
Not the New Age Catholic.
Yeah.
This is 30 years ago.
Yeah.
But my mother felt so like let down by the community. Like they were
That's fair.
They were
Yeah.
disgusted that she got a divorce. Like it was
Yeah.
like she was a bad person.
And you and she thought those people were her people.
Of course. So
That's-
how could you not?
That's tough. Yeah. That
When a community doesn't stand up for you during your toughest time, then what does that say about the community? So that's tough.
and the time that you needed them the most, they were like,
So even after
I'm out.
divorce, I still went to Catholic school, and I was going to Sunday school and all that stuff.
yeah.
But I started to question as I got older because I never understood why there was resentment towards the whole thing.
Yeah. So if there's a big like,
Living in sin, all those things, you know? I never understood it.
so you're just like, yeah, but you
Who's
wouldn't.
to say? I never liked it. Who's to say?
And that's like a lot. Everybody would have a hurt from religion.
Sure.
This
how
guy
could you
said
not?
he was, and that's what happened with my. There's no really other word for it besides cancellation. Or like he said, I didn't come out and say that I was a good guy, but I was working in church. So they're like, he must be
a good guy.
And then when you find out he's not, good, quote by their standards, good, I'm a
who's
good
to
man.
say?
Yeah,
You
that-
do have a good heart. You have
yeah.
a good soul.
thank you. And I know that to be true about myself. But you're like, oh, he said he was this, and now he found out it was this.
Right.
And that's what Christian or not, any religion, you're like, this fitness instructor or health instructor, I saw her eat a McDonald's. She said she was, or the politician, no more wear your mask everywhere. But I saw him.
100%.
He's not.
What's that old phrase? People in glass houses shouldn't throw stones?
He's the.
Or was he who
That's
he
a-
was without sin shouldn't
That's
cast
a
the
50
first
Cent lyric.
stone? Did he
You
say
can't
that?
throw stones if you live in a glass house. You shut your mouth, because I'll break your face. Yeah, yeah.
Say the rest.
No, that's it.
There's an N-word in there somewhere. Say it if you want to say it.
How do you always know what I'm about to say?
Because I think about it. Because I got a brain that's...
No, keep going. No, keep
say
going.
it. Go ahead and
No,
say
no,
it.
no, say it.
No,
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
what? No, it's let he who is without sin cast the
Cast
first stone, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Which we don't abide by.
But if you,
we all think we're so perfect.
It's
By the way, if you throw a good stone, though,
respect.
huck it.
Yeah,
Huck it at them.
I think I saw. You know, Anthony Jeselnik.
Of course, I know him well.
I don't know him.
He's
I don't
a friend.
Know. All right, tell if you have seen him. So, and I got like I was at my worst, darkest moments. I was getting crushed on the internet, just crushed by everybody. Say John Crist he's supposed to be a Christian and he's hooking up with girls or whatever it was. I was. He said he reposted my article of being canceled, and he goes, "I've never laughed at a Christian comedian before, but here we are." And I was like, "That's freaking hilarious."
That's a
dude.
very Justin
I go,
thing to
hey,
say.
I go,
Respect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, man,
That's funny.
that's funny.
That is
and I was
funny.
like, I wish I don't know him, but I was like, I was like, you're like, oh man, you're hurt by stuff, and you go, that's
just
pretty
funny.
good.
Yeah.
That's funny. It's funny.
That's a
dude.
comedian making a joke.
Funny. It's funny.
That's our whole job, right?
That's the whole thing. Yeah. When I was in rehab, dude, this is the most. I was like pretty close to suicidal.
Were you really?
Yeah, it was a pretty dark place
Oh, wow.
because I thought
How were you going to do it?
I didn't get that far.
No, you weren't going to do it then, you pussy.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, probably true. Probably true.
I'm kidding,
But
dude.
they say we had to have like a checklist every day. Or you
Yeah.
think about harming yourself, or have you made any?
And did you really think about it?
I just thought that I didn't want to do it.
Have you ever had someone in your life harm themselves like that?
Yes.
You have?
Of course.
Many people have killed
Yes.
themselves that you know?
Couple handful. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I think that touches everybody.
Yeah, I've had 4 or 5 people.
Yeah. It's about the same.
Yeah.
I was like, I was like, I don't think I can. Might be. You don't see a way out. You know, you don't see a way out.
Correct.
And after a couple weeks, I started. People sending me letters. My parents were like, came to visit. I was like, oh, if I can get out of here, at least I can eat at Chick-fil-A and play golf again. Let's
Fact.
start there.
Fact.
Let's start there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then I was like, oh, I started kind of feeling better.
Right.
Comedy or career aside. And my buddy Warren, I tell this joke on stage. He comes up to me and he's like, we've cried together and his family's it's a disaster. And we're having a very hard time in there. And he puts his arm around me one day and he goes, hey, dude, it looks like you're doing better in here. It looks like you're making a lot of progress. I just want to let you know, don't take suicide off the table just yet. It's like, yeah.
Still could work.
Great joke.
Still could work.
Great joke.
Yeah.
But you're like, that's the Anthony Jeselnik, like, that's horrific. You're like, it's a great joke.
It's a great joke.
Great joke.
Would you tell that on stage?
Yes.
To your audience?
Yes.
How do they feel?
I go, this is the most I've set it up in a way that like this is the darkest joke, but the most therapeutic joke I've ever heard.
Right.
That literally was a little
Sure.
bit of the corner that I turned. I go,
That's good.
man, I think about that every day. And he was like, he would always be like, we would go out to like meetings and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can get it here, but he would be like, nah, it's not gonna hold. Or like
To a beam or something.
Yeah. We were like in church, and he goes, "Hey, dude." I go, "Dude."
Yeah.
But what? So, but think about why. Why is that funny? Why is that funny?
Because he knows he has trust and faith in the idea that you're not going to kill yourself.
And I know, just like I know that you care for me.
Yeah.
Now, if somebody on the internet said that, I would be pissed.
Well, but different. Yeah, they don't know you.
I
don't know
knew
you.
he was trying to help.
Yeah, they don't know you. They're just trying
Yeah.
to say something to get a rise.
And he was he knew that I was kind of like, I mean, that's a risk to take if you're going to throw a joke like that out
You
there.
also don't look like a suicide guy.
Thanks, man. Well,
What does that even mean?
that's the guy. They never. Yeah. But that's the true darkness.
Yeah,
dude.
well, there
It's
is a darkness. There's a
darkness.
true darkness to it. I've been low.
Yeah.
I've been low. We've all had super
Yeah.
lows.
Yeah.
And you know, and like you, when it happens to you, when you have a friend that takes their life, you know, it makes you think about so much.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
I think
yeah,
it does
yeah.
put a lot of things into perspective,
Right. And yeah.
and you get out of that mindset of like, I feel bad, and you're like, wow, I should stop feeling bad for myself because you're the ones that creates all your own problems. You're the one that exacerbates them. You're the ones that can fix them. You can do all that.
Yeah, and that should encourage you.
Of course.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that should gas you up.
Yeah, you
Be
shouldn't
like,
get
"Oh,
lower. You should go, I can make my life better.
You can leave out of here.
Right.
Everybody can, when they're done with this podcast, can do whatever.
Yeah, they do whatever they want.
You can do whatever you want.
Right.
And you could like I watched. I don't think you'd have a problem with me telling this, or like I'll tell it. Just a comedian that is a friend of mine that is now sober,
Mhm.
right? And he had trouble drinking too. He watched Kevin Hart when the Eagles won the Super Bowl. Remember he got up on the podium
No.
after the Eagles won. He's from Philly.
Yeah.
He got up on the.
But I didn't know that. He was on the parade, you mean?
Yeah, no. When after the game with Terry Bradshaw, and
Oh,
all,
right,
he got
right.
up there and he was drunk.
Oh, I do remember that.
Remember that?
Yeah.
And that comedian goes, he saw that and he goes, never again.
What
Not
do you-
drinking anymore.
Really?
Yep.
Why?
He goes, he wanted to do things in his career, and he goes, that's at least embarrassing.
Yeah.
And never again.
But
And so
Kevin's still working.
yeah, no, I'm saying he saw him drinking like that. Didn't like what I'm saying is everybody
Has their
to ability to be like,
oh.
no,
See, I would see that and be like, that looks fun.
yeah. But there's back to suicide. There's no rock bottom until you're dead.
Sure.
So there's like, oh, you're in rehab. That's rock bottom.
Right.
No, it's not.
No, there is rock bottom.
There's way deeper bottoms.
Right.
They're like, oh, you get a DUI. That's rock bottom. You decided it was your rock bottom.
well,
That's not a rock bottom.
but that's a good thing if you decide it is, and you
Yes.
can fix your shit.
yes,
Was your rehab fancy?
it was pretty nice.
Isn't
Yeah,
that so
yeah.
funny? You would go to a nice rehab, you
pretty
pretty
nice.
bitch. You're not gonna go to a stank ass rehab.
No, I went to where Tiger Woods went.
You did?
Yeah. I slept in his bed. I asked him, I was like, can I sleep in Tiger Woods' bed? Because I just
Really?
wanted to see if they get the vibes because I like to play golf.
Wow.
Yeah.
Are you good?
I'm decent. I'm
What do
like
you
a
shoot?
10 handicap.
That's not bad.
Yeah, it's not bad. Yeah.
You
But
know,
it's
you want
not-
to know what I shot before I came here?
What? You played today?
Mm-hmm.
This guy, dude.
You know what I shot before I came here?
What? If you say,
72.
what are we doing here, dude?
72.
Don't whisper to me like that, dude. You know I can't handle it.
72.
It's unbelievable.
72.
But dude, that
Had a great day today.
if you people ask why is golf so like addicting or intoxicating?
Oh God.
That endorphins go. They tell me this in rehab. Endorphins go into your brain when you're getting the idea that you're headed in the right direction.
Mm.
That's when when you hit it and it's going and it's getting better and better, and you just go,
Yeah, you juice.
oh man. And people are like, if you don't play golf, you're like, well, that doesn't make sense. But
Right.
if you play,
It makes perfect sense.
you hit a 30-footer and it's bending.
And you see it going in. Forget about it.
Done.
Burn the world down.
Done. Over.
You play with Bargatze?
All the time.
He's a Nashville
All the
guy.
time.
I'm
He's
probably gonna
obsessed with golf.
I'm probably gonna go out there when I play. I'm gonna play
Come
with
down,
him
come
at
play with us.
his club.
Yeah, that's where it's members of the same club.
Oh, you are?
I shouldn't say that on the podcast.
You can say whatever you want.
Yeah, but you gotta be like poor. Don't we have to be poor?
Who?
Comedians? We have to be like on the struggle. I thought that was a thing.
Do you?
I don't know.
And Joe Rogan had a $100 million deal.
Yeah, but he's still like, I'm a guy.
Yeah. No, he is still a guy.
Yeah, he's a guy.
We talked about this off the air. Money shouldn't change you.
Yeah, yeah.
but it should help you get what you need.
do the thing you want to do more productively.
Sure,
But
but
would you ever? I think the black comics can get away with this more than
Jesus Christ, the way you say that.
what? Just let me hold on.
The way you say it. I think those people,
Those
people
but
comics.
it's necessary for the joke.
Go ahead.
The black comics can do a better.
Comics in the black community,
People of color.
POC comedians.
The POC community. No, it's very
POCCs.
Yeah, POC.
People of color comedians.
Can do. It can get away with flexing.
Because
I don't know. That was the end. I just said they like. Would you ever take a photo in front of a private jet?
no.
No. Why not?
That's insane.
Why? No. But
Why wouldn't I?
yeah.
They don't need to know that.
But it's a flex.
I don't like to flex.
When the G wagons pulled up to the jet, and then the jet's in the background.
Yeah.
You've seen that.
Yeah.
Ever-
You're saying why can black comics do it?
They dress nicer. They can wear. They
I think
can wear,
inherently their struggle as black human beings has probably led them to feel like this is a good.
Dude, I was getting there to say that.
you were never going to get there.
I was. No.
I think in the black community, it's also success is celebrated, and for
Yes.
some reason, white comics are supposed to feel shame about success.
Or we're supposed to like Bill Burr, Louis C.K. is like, oh, I got a stain on my shirt. I just came from
These guys
McDonald's.
are multi-millionaires.
But yes.
Yeah, you're supposed to feel bad about success, but no.
But
no.
we're bald,
I
or
think,
we're struggling.
I think
or we're not-
beyond
yeah,
black
yeah.
or white, I think a race black or white.
I don't really see skin color. But
You do, yes, you do, because you said it 5 times at the beginning of this bit. No, I think that beyond black or white, the truth to me is comics in general,
Yep.
comedians across all boards, men, women, black, white, they have to be the every man, quote unquote, the every person.
White comics or every
No,
comic.
comics. I
Okay.
think there's an expectation that you should be the relatable guy or gal.
And when you don't, like Ellen did it, but
And
she
when
was
you-
doing a bit about being rich. It was like ironic, but you're still trying to be
but it doesn't.
the everyman.
But it doesn't work because they know she's too rich.
Yeah, very rich.
When you get too rich, you're like, you're too rich. We
Yeah,
know.
you're too rich.
You can't fake it.
You can't come into Zanies anymore.
And they're
Too
like,
rich.
I'm just driving my Civic. You're like, that's not yours.
You're not.
That's one of your cleaning people.
LeBron James advertising for Kia. You don't.
You've never driven one.
You don't.
You don't even know what they look like.
No.
You have no idea what they look like. He's never seen a photo of a Kia.
But aren't like a lot of the great comics like Eddie Murphy and all that, like them coming up, those specials, the Kevin Hart early specials were really, really transcendent.
Of course.
Transcendent.
But here's my thing. That's what I meant. No matter the color or the skin of the comedian or the gender or the orientation, whatever, comics are always supposed to be the every person. So the moment that
Always,
you kind of
yeah.
ascend, I think Rock said this, and I've said it on the show. He
Who's
says
Rock?
Chris Rock.
Yeah, but it could be The Rock.
There's only one Rock in the comedy world.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
No, there's not. Tony Rock, his brother. He's also very
Yeah.
funny. Chris Rock
You
said,
said it like you were his buddy.
not.
Okay.
No, I don't even know him.
Chris Rock.
Yeah, we kissed.
right.
We kissed once.
All right. Yeah.
He said the worst thing that can happen to a comic is too much success.
Yep.
And I think that's true because then you do flex stuff, and
Yeah.
then it takes you away from reality.
Then everybody
How
goes.
are you going to write a joke that everybody gets when you're riding on G5s all the time?
You're not connected to anything.
Well, how could you be?
Yeah. That's why. Well, that's why. All right. So what happened to me? I say it on stage. I go. Everybody wants to know what happened, or I was like, you can't send a comedian. If you want to get rid of a comedian, you can't send him to rehab. I go. It's like breaking up with Taylor Swift. She's gonna write some hits, like
Right.
pain or like suffering or embarrassment or like not to put ourselves like. But I saw Louis C.K.
Yeah. Where?
at
Nashville?
Zanies, at Zanies.
Yeah, he's touring again.
I don't like. It was unreal.
You mean he's one of the best you've ever seen?
Best by far.
Yeah.
Because
Better than me?
not better than you did.
Thank God.
Your album with the yarn. That's the,
Yeah.
that's the class. You know, that's the times
No,
that I
no.
text you
Oh, yeah.
when I go, dude. Remember I texted you about I was at Waffle House.
Yeah, I do remember.
Remember, and I texted you about the guy with his house burning down and sleeping naked.
That's right, yeah.
And that's the best comedy when you go. That somebody has a bit about this thing.
Sure.
He's like, I don't want to sleep naked, and I sent him your bit. I go, where is that? I know that bit exists on the internet. And I
It's
found it.
mine, yeah.
I go,
That's great.
Or where you go? I don't think the cleaning of the tables was ever. But I used to come see you at the Laugh Factory all the time just because I liked your comedy.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
And I don't think that wiping off stuff. I don't think he ever said that bit twice.
I probably only did it once or twice.
It
yeah.
probably didn't
And
go
I threw
anywhere.
it away.
He's like, what is the bit about?
No, I said it was when they wiped down a rag. No, I did end up putting that on an album,
when
maybe.
they wipe down your table, but the rag is very wet. Let me just spread this stuff all over your
Yeah,
table.
put that back. Is the bacteria over here? Let me
Yeah.
put it right over here now. Yeah. I said I said it's like street sweepers. That did make it onto it. I said I don't think
great.
street
Yeah,
cleaner.
yeah.
I said I don't think street cleaners ever. I don't think street cleaners ever do anything either. They
Let me
just
push it
snuffle
around.
up against dirt from one corner to the other where a street bends.
Gosh.
Snuffle up. My mom always liked that. Shout out to my mom.
Hey, mom.
She
But,
goes,
like,
snuffle up. I see it.
in defense of comedy or great stand-up,
Louis did great. You were saying because of the suffering.
it was just unbelievable. Yeah,
Does he approach all his stuff?
he just said, "Hey, you're welcome. You're seeing me." And I used to do theaters, or I used to do a stadium.
Is that what he said?
Yes, I used to do stadiums. Yeah. Or
Is that
I
what
think
he said?
Yeah, yeah.
What
Or he goes, "Good to see you guys. I've had a tough year," or something like that. But not like comedy. Is you trying to like I've been in church my whole life.
Yeah.
Every Sunday or my whole life.
I can feel it.
Yeah. Well, that's
Why does some people have a church feel?
What do I?
Do I feel like I was in church?
No.
You feel like I'm. You know I haven't been in church in forever.
Why do you say that about me?
Because there's something about your shirt. The crispness, the corners.
It's just put together.
You
Yeah.
look like church would be happy if you showed up. If
That's
I
fair,
showed up,
yeah.
they'd go, "Are you trying to get to
Are you
a
lost?
different building?
Yeah.
This is where God lives."
Or they might be like try to you're like, oh, he's lost.
He's obviously lost.
I worked there, or I know the people there.
Do you think maybe they think I work? I'm coming for a job.
Yeah, they're like, oh, he's.
Are you the new audio guy?
And he goes, can we help you? Like
That's
like
what
not
he
not
said.
like you like walk into a store that you're like not.
There's two
qualified.
kinds. There's
Yeah.
one kind that goes, "Hi, how can we help you?"
Yeah.
But the other kind is, "Can we help you?"
Or just
Right. That
like,
second one is,
when they think you're robbing the store, they just kind of
"What are you doing here?
shade you around.
What are you guys doing? Can I help you find anything?"
But not in they're not actually trying to help.
No,
you
they don't want to help you find anything. They want to make sure you don't steal from them.
That's perfect. Is there something I can help you with?
How's everything going today? Why do you want to know what's
Like,
going
now
on?
I'm just
in my-
looking around, and they go,
Mhm.
well, so are we. At you.
At
Yeah.
you. What are you going to say? So in
Well,
church,
comedy. So I've been in church my whole life. You say, hey, I could probably count on 3 hands, like sermons that.
15. Just say 15.
No, 3 fingers. Sorry.
Okay, because 3 hands is 15.
Yeah.
Okay, don't do that.
Yeah, I don't know why I said it was. I count on 3
Three-
fingers.
yeah.
Sermons that were transformational to my life that I remember.
Truly.
But a comedy bit, I heard it one time.
And that.
Randomly, and I was probably texting, or no disrespect, but I was probably, and I
Sure.
think about it every day.
So what are
If
you
comedy
saying?
is done, if it's done its job, people all the time with my videos, they were like, people from Disney be like, or
yeah.
they go, this guy has a bit about this. I have to go find it,
Right.
Because it's so therapeutic.
So what you're saying is comedy is godlike.
Pretty much,
It is.
Yeah, it is.
Not
it is.
comedians, not
No,
us.
yeah,
I'm
no.
saying the idea of making people laugh and
And
feel good,
yeah.
it's cathartic.
100%.
Yeah, it's
And
godlike.
if you listen to any good preacher,
You think there's parallels.
well, at the beginning, everyone makes a joke
Every preacher?
to start.
Give me a good cracker for a preacher. What is a room
like
crack?
he would read. Oh, I got an email like Joel Osteen. Watch any Joel Osteen.
I can't watch that guy. That's the stadium guy, right?
Yeah, it's stadium.
I can't
yeah.
do the stadium guys.
Yeah,
Give me the guy that's with 17 people in Mobile, Alabama.
you can trust him.
Joel?
No. That 17
Yeah, small
guy.
church guy.
Yeah, nothing. Yeah, he's
yeah.
yeah.
Big church
you
guy
can
can-
trust him more.
What does Joel say though?
He'd do like he's like he'd tell some kind of joke like there was a flood and the guy was standing on his roof and he's like, God, come save me, and the guy in a boat drove by and he's like, Nah, I'm waiting for God. And then he's like, God, please save me, and the guy
I know it.
Yeah, and he goes, I
I
sent
sent
you
2 boats.
Yeah,
Right.
And it's like yeah.
Does that rip?
No, that would kill. Yeah. No, that's not really a joke, but I remember.
But it's an icebreaker for a preacher.
You know Barry Katz?
Yeah, the manager?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so like 2 years into comedy, he like wanted a meeting with me. He goes, dude, this is. And I went to his office and he goes, how long you been doing comedy? I got like two years. And he goes, what did your dad do?
What did you what?
He goes, what did your dad do? Which I thought was and I go, my dad was a pastor. He goes, that makes sense. He goes, that makes sense because you have been watching a guy come on stage, connect, relate, communicate a point, wrap it up. You've been watching that since, like Dale Earnhardt Jr. is good at racing the first race
Yeah.
because he knows, what to do.
Yeah, he knows
what to do.
Dad, Papa.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know what to do.
He's
Yeah,
better than his dad though, right?
no, his dad was better
His dad was better?
than Dale Earnhardt Jr.
I know nothing about NASCAR,
That's
dude. Don't even look at me
disrespectful.
like I would know it.
Yeah.
Richard Petty.
Dale Earnhart's better. In terms of wins, Richard Petty would be
Richard Petty, right?
Yeah, Richard Petty.
All right, so don't question my knowledge of NASCAR.
Yeah, you're right.
You are you're a Southern guy now, so
Yep,
you
yep.
should know all about
I
NASCAR.
know a lot about NASCAR. I got a racing team.
But you don't look. But they don't take you serious when you show up to NASCAR because you look too cute.
What do you mean?
You don't look like a NASCAR guy.
I'm one of the guys.
No, you're not.
Oh yeah, there.
You with sleeveless
too pretty,
shirts.
Too pretty.
Not
Ow.
pretty, just cute. You're not pretty. You're cute. It's a big difference.
What's the difference?
Everyone watching knows.
Yeah.
You're not pretty. You're cute.
Oh yeah.
They
all
see him. They go, "This guy's too cute to be at NASCAR."
He's not. Is he making fun of us?
Well, you bring
He's
a
not.
white claw there, and
Yeah.
they're all chugging Budweisers.
Yeah, it's like this guy. Yeah, I can't be in there.
How many fights you been in?
0.
Yeah, they know, and they
100%.
can feel it on you.
What do you mean?
Those NASCAR guys can smell a guy who can't fight.
All right, so what do I need to do to get in with him?
Start a fight.
Just to get, just punch somebody.
Show up to NASCAR fight. Show up and go. Richard Petty wasn't shit.
Yes. Say it. You have to say Dale Earnhardt.
Dale Earnhardt wasn't. Oh no, he's dead, right?
Yeah.
Oh my God, yeah, that'll start a fight.
Oh yeah. With the guy with the sleeveless Dale Earnhardt shirt on.
And a hat and all that
Yeah.
stuff, and the shoes and all that jazz.
He wasn't that good.
Are you liking Nashville or no?
Love it.
You do?
Yeah.
Nash Vegas.
Well, you know, when I came out here, I started to be like more Southern when I came out here because the comedian's very anti whatever's going on.
Well, yeah, we're.
But I started wearing like Bass Pro Shops and like NASCAR. I started to really own that way of life when I came out here.
That's not who you really were.
No, it was in the South.
Sure.
Yeah, I was a kind of like we grew up like in the suburbs and poor and then, but everyone was doing that, and so I wanted to be like L.A. when I was there.
So now you're L.A.
No, now I'm just a part of. I'm just who I am now. Doesn't matter.
Who are you now?
I'm just a John.
But what does that mean? Who is John?
I mean, I'm a Christian. I'm a Christian, and then all the things that are like similar to that, like all the lives, like I like, Southern things.
What does that mean?
I like NASCAR. Like we have a racing team.
I know. I saw you. That's right. You have a
Awesome, dude.
sponsorship, right?
Awesome.
Who's the guy?
Dylan Bates is our driver.
Dylan Bates.
Yeah, Dylan Bates.
Is he good?
No. He's good. He's getting better.
You said no right
we
away.
need more money. It's just tough to win.
No.
We haven't won.
How tall is he?
Small.
Are they all tiny? Those guys?
Nah, pretty small. Yeah.
Because you got to be when you do F1 has to be. They got to be skin and bones.
He's like in NASCAR. If you're there, you're an unbelievable driver. But the guy, they would say like the top at Daytona. If everything goes well, there's 4 guys that have a chance to win.
Really? That's it.
Because of money and because of their car.
Well, that's the same in F1, really.
Yeah,
F1
so same time. So
F1
you say,
is
are
dominated by
are we
Mercedes
good?
and
No, our team is not. We've not numbers wise, but he's a great driver, unbelievable.
right.
But he does, and the part of like I'm the sponsor, so we're like, dude. The guy says after the last race, dude, we're missing a clutch thing between like the 3rd and 4th gear, and if we had that,
How much is that?
yeah, it's expensive.
Is it?
Yeah.
Give me a relative
it's
term.
$5,000.
$5,000 for the thing.
$5,000. Yeah.
You guys can have that.
Yeah, but then because we go out there and we're like the smaller team.
Sure.
But you see the guy with the bigger truck, and you're like,
He'll kill you.
We got to get one of those. No, it's like a boat. You got a guy with a bigger boat, and you're like,
See, I see the guy with the big boat. I want the smallest boat. I want the little
you don't-
side boat to
you
the
don't want
yacht.
to compete.
I just want to.
Yeah.
I just want to fish.
You're like, dude, yeah. Well, I love her. You like to fish?
No, I hate fishing.
Yeah, you like to. Yeah.
Why would I?
But now we're like,
Think about it. What am I doing out there?
What are you doing?
Why am I fishing?
You got your skin's not good for fishing.
I can't be out on the boat with
I
the
can't be out on
thing
the
with
boat.
the
You have a tough
every
time.
5.
You spray it down when you play golf.
Of course I do.
All
Twice.
over.
Front 9, back 9.
Do you?
Front 9, back 9.
Who do you play with?
None of your business,
Oh,
dude.
sorry, that's too much. That was
None of
too
your
personal. After
honestly,
everything
none of
we've
your
got-
business.
After everything we gotten into, that was too. I'm sorry about that.
I play with literally
play.
a bunch of guys.
Same.
Yeah, no, like I don't go famous guy golfing.
Yeah, that's not it.
You know?
That's not the move. I don't either.
Yes, I do.
You do
Yes, I do.
sometimes.
No, I'm kidding.
Well, why? It's like
No.
yeah.
I play with just guys, a group of guys that
Sometimes I play by. You play by yourself.
I used to.
Yeah.
I used to, but now I don't. Now I always do want to go with someone because I like betting. It's fun to
Yeah, I
bet.
like
You
that.
know,
Get
it's
a
fun to
little-
play a game.
yeah.
I like playing
Maybe
games.
$20 a hole or something like that.
20 grand a hole.
That's it,
25
yeah,
G's a
yeah.
hole. No, I like playing games. There's Wolf or
Wolf,
Dots or any of that.
yeah.
I like all that stuff.
But if you're Michael Jordan used to say whatever. I mean, I kind of like relate to him a lot in this way.
Yeah, you
I'm
are
just
kind of
kidding,
like
I'm
him.
just kidding. No, he's like, how much you want to bet for? He goes, whatever makes you scared.
That's a great
Whatever
line.
makes you scared.
Well, because he's not scared of it. The money doesn't mean anything to him.
Yeah. Well,
But I heard he doesn't pay.
no.
I heard
That's
he
not
doesn't
true.
pay,
Oh,
dude.
all right,
I
but-
heard he's lost and he's been like, peace.
Okay, but some amount of money matters.
Not to him.
Some.
Dude, he's worth over $1 billion with a B.
You're gonna make a 4-foot putt with $5 million. That wouldn't.
He'd be bummed, but he just made it back in the time it took him to miss the putt. Think about that.
I get like I had like $60 on a
What's the most you ever bet?
$20 a hole.
That's the most you've ever bet.
Yeah.
$60 on a 3-foot putt? Is that what you're
Yeah,
saying?
because we
You
had
missed?
two. It was two. We what's it called? Carried over on 2 holes, and this putt was for
Foot push. Yeah.
Yeah. I was nervous.
You missed.
No, I made it.
You did?
I made it against my cousin Matt. But it was so like,
Tense. Oh, you
yeah,
jonesing.
dude, I felt it a little bit.
$20 a hole is the most you've ever bet, though.
Yeah, yeah.
That's still pretty good.
Well, because if you that's how much if you lose. I'm gonna do math in front of you. It's almost $360. If you lose every hole,
Mm-hmm.
$360.
Pretty hard to lose every hole.
Nah, that'd be tough.
You play with a handicap? You play against the handicaps, though?
handicap. Yeah.
Well,
But you were like, hey, why do you? If you don't understand golf, you're like, what are you guys doing out there?
everybody tuned out to what. Yeah, no, I know. Trust me, I do agree. Fishing must satisfy the same beast that golf does for me.
Somehow, yeah. But like, I know people that are like a girl that loves to like, she does like the Instagram thing with like being like a model, or, like
Influencer or whatever.
same thing.
Same thing. So that we're all addicts.
Everybody.
We're just choosing what our addictions are.
And when you take the thing away from somebody,
See what it does.
it makes them a monster.
Oh.
Everybody. That's why, like, you see a lot of people melt down when Instagram's like changing the algorithm sometimes.
Oh, right, yeah, people
You know,
get upset.
everybody or like, hey, you got to go into you got to make sure.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I thought I was at almost 2 years ago. I thought I'd lost everything, and so all these things I hold very loosely.
But now you feel like you've
Because
overcome.
I thought comedy was over for me.
Mhm.
I thought it was all over. That everyone would unfollow me. That everyone would.
because of your mistakes.
Mm-hmm. And I was a Christian, so I thought that was over. Which,
But the Christian community supported you.
personally, and like privately, overwhelmingly, publicly, I got crushed.
Did any church write a big article about you?
Yeah, lots.
Who did they write it to? Just their parish?
Just they posted on like Christian websites and stuff.
Oh, give me some of those.
They exist.
What
Like
it-
a Christian tabloid website.
What's it called?
I don't know. There's
That's
lots.
so
You can
funny.
look them up. Yeah.
Christian people.
Yeah, because it's pretty close.
God
Yeah.
God people.
I always joke around about it because my buddy's like, dude, I read this article about you in this Christian tabloid, but the next article was like, how to cast demons out of your lampshades. So you're like,
How do you do that? Because I've been having them for years. What is the phrase?
or it's like is Little Nas X like the rebirth
Second
of the
coming?
Antichrist?
Yeah.
They're like it's like, yeah, take those.
What's when they say a God-fearing man?
Yeah,
What does that mean?
God-fearing man,
Yeah, you know they put that narrative.
fear of God. Yeah,
You're supposed to
I think
fear
that's
God?
a brand. That's a brand of
Is it like no
it's
fear?
Like, no, it's like respect.
So when they say I'm a God-fearing man,
Yeah. That means it's more like a sign, like a God respecting.
They should
It would be
change the
it's most-
verb.
yeah, probably.
verbiage.
That's most
verbiage.
similar to what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, because when they say you're a God-fearing man, it's like no.
You're not scared of him.
Well, no, fear
Yeah,
is
yeah,
such
no.
an intense word.
God, meaning like I respect the yeah.
Yeah, the weight of the thing.
But that's funny because like somebody that wasn't religious is like, what is this?
It annoys me.
Yeah.
The weighted words of religion sometimes are, I think, what I always had a problem with when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Like that they were, and
like
I'm not.
it was like
and-
above you or like
Right.
yeah, you're not. Yeah.
no,
Yeah.
and you know this. I've said this to you. I'm not. I always respected your religious beliefs, and I always
yeah.
because I'm not religious. I'm spiritual.
Yeah. Yeah.
Big difference, in my
100%,
opinion.
Yeah. I would become more Christian but less religious.
Yeah, see,
Way
I've
less
become way. religion has no bearing in my life.
Yeah.
But spirituality really does.
I'll tell you this. I'll be honest with you
Mm.
that I have always had a deep affection for you, and was prior to my cancellation nervous to come on this podcast.
Why?
Nervous because of what?
That's why you ducked me last time I
Mhm.
tried to get you on.
Yeah,
What was it?
like all of this. I had an image That's why I'm saying I had an image to.
Oh, you were afraid to get in front of this stuff
Probably.
and the way I talk.
But I was also drinking heavily.
Because I cuss and I'm pretty.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
get that.
Yeah.
Like, do you think your audience will see this and have their opinion changed about you, or you think this is who you are? You don't care.
Overwhelmingly supportive.
You hope.
I know.
You don't know how they feel about redheaded people.
Well, yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Right.
You said some things that were racially problematic, but other than
Who's
that,
the guy that quoted 50 Cent and dropped the N-bomb in the middle of the show? You, not me. And referred to black comedy and all that stuff. Man, let's just rewind the tape.
Shoot, dude.
Rewind the tape.
But so you're saying like you gotta. I go, man, I would love to come on here and talk about
Life,
our
everything.
story, man, because
Right.
it makes me emotional when I talk about it.
Well, because it was a long road coming too.
Mm-hmm.
And
But I go, I can't. I don't want to. What if
what?
if like a church sees this
Right.
and is like, we don't want him. And at the time, I was
They drink booze in church.
but you don't say it.
See, this is my problem. This is kind of like a family
Yeah.
member of mine has cancer, and we
Yeah.
don't say the word cancer.
Yeah,
We're saying C.
yeah.
Why? It's
true.
real.
It's a true thing. Yeah,
God knows about this.
Yeah,
You're not going to
100%.
hide this from God.
yeah. And that's what. But I was so like, what was I ultimately scared that they were gonna take from me? Not money. I had plenty of that. What they were gonna take. I was the man. I was the man in there.
Yeah.
And they were gonna. If I was scared for that to be. Now I'm not. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, of course.
I'm scared for my thing to be taken from me.
What is your thing now?
Well, it was comedy and being the man.
Well,
And,
what
and
is it
being-
now? Now that you found perspective.
Probably still is.
Oh,
But
really?
but less.
Less so.
Yeah, because I go, I can't imagine living without. I told my mother, she quoted me that when she came to visit me in rehab, I told her if I lost stand-up comedy, I would kill myself. Apparently when I was very unhealthy.
You still feel that way?
Absolutely not.
Right now,
Absolutely
if you
the-
stop stand up, you're good.
I came to the point that I thought was gonna.
But let me tell you this. Look, what if I ripped away all your finances and you didn't have any money left? And if I took stand up away from you right now, would you still be okay?
Yes.
Because your
100%.
life is fulfilled anyway.
Yes.
That's a healthy
It would
place
be
to
that would be a bummer. It would be a huge bummer.
No shit.
But it wouldn't.
But you'd continue on.
Yeah.
What are you doing if you're not doing stand up?
I'm playing golf.
Not professionally.
No,
Not when you're a 10.
But there's a lot of joy.
Not when you're a fucking
No,
10.
yeah. I like to go to the races. You're not at a 10. I'm 11.2, I think, currently.
Index?
Yeah, not good.
That's okay.
Yeah, but it's like there's a lot of playing with my nephews, hanging with my family,
Just being a human.
being a human, and that's all we did in rehab because they didn't know. No one knew anything about anybody.
Well, because you can't, right? You
No.
didn't- Yeah.
They go, "What's up, dude? What are you about?" And you're like, "Well, you want to play ping pong?"
Did you make any long-lasting friendships in there?
I talk with them every day.
You do.
Every day.
And your sponsor?
We went to hell together, dude.
Right.
Hell.
What about your sponsor?
Yeah, less.
You don't talk to him or her that much?
No.
Is it a man?
Yeah.
You would. Is it a white guy?
Yeah.
You would, you biggest.
What do you mean?
Get a POC sponsor, bud.
Sorry. Come on, dude. Yeah, but
Sponsor a color.
we were in rehab, and he was like, "Hey, real quick, let's all circle up. Bad things are gonna keep happening." I just talked to my friend Beth about this today. Death, not getting jobs.
Yeah.
That is forever.
Well, that stuff's never going to stop you.
But if you live and die on that, tough way to live.
yeah.
Tough way to live.
Yeah, you just got to know that there's a drop when there's an up.
Because but when you have, remember when you, at the beginning of Instagram, when you had 9 likes, it would list every person.
Yeah.
And then when it switched to 10, it just said 10 likes.
Mm-hmm.
That was it, dude. When you switched over to 10.
Is that where you're at?
It's the same drug
Sure.
as 10 million views. Same thing.
What's your highest amount of views on the internet?
Probably 50 million.
On what video?
On a video called Lady That Has a Bible Verse for Every Situation.
50 million.
Yeah,
That's insane.
it's a lot of people.
It's a lot of human
A
beings.
lot of people. Yeah.
Think
That's
about-
hard to imagine.
Think about how much power that is.
Keep going, dude. Keep going.
Think about that.
Now, what do you mean?
Think about the detriment of that too.
Yeah, 100%.
So what you say kind of means something sometimes. Sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you feel that.
That's tough. That's
It's okay. There's
because you're
nothing-
like, I'm just being a guy.
I'm just saying something funny.
Yeah. And then people are like,
Yeah, but I believe in it.
you ever had somebody be like, hey,
You
I'm
could start a church.
cult, probably.
Don't say that word.
No.
You could start a church.
People told me that.
The John
Yeah, that
Crist
makes
Church?
me nervous, dude. That makes me nervous.
Well, it wouldn't be.
It's easy to
it
like
wouldn't be a
shuck.
good church.
Nah, 100%. It's easy to like shuck responsibility. I think when you're I'm just a comic, dude. It's a comic. You know?
Yeah, but you have a lot of people hear you.
Yeah, you had to look your demons in the eye, and that's tough.
You ever think so many people listen to you that you should probably read more books?
Yes, all the time.
I can feel that in you.
Oh, that I should be.
When was the last time you read a book?
Last week.
What was it?
It was called Four Agreements. You know the
Oh,
book? Four
yeah, of
Agreements?
course I do.
Yeah,
That's going
like
around.
That's like a rehab.
It's
book.
going
That's
around. A
rehab
lot of
book.
people are reading
yeah,
that.
Yeah.
Rogan
The-
told me to read that when I was on his
The
show.
War of Art is. You're like, I wish there was a better way for books. That you don't have to sit and read them.
Oh, I
But that's
can't.
the only way.
You know what? You listen to him.
No,
Audio
I can't
tape.
do that. It doesn't connect.
Go for a run and put it in your head.
That's a good idea. Yeah.
This-
How long are you gonna run for 2 hours?
Huh?
You gonna run for 2 hours?
Well, you run one day, then you run the next day.
Oh, and then keep it all.
Yeah,
in.
you don't have.
Yeah.
You finish a book in one
Yeah.
sitting.
Look at you got books right here. No, I don't finish a book.
I read all those.
Oh, you're saying like if you're the leader,
Mm-hmm.
you should be leading these people to a better place.
No,
Is that
you
what you're
shouldn't.
saying?
No, I'm just saying it's interesting to think how many people do listen to you because what we say, sometimes people they take it so literal.
Yeah. Yeah.
Us joking about I've
kidding.
I've gone over this 3 times.
Yeah.
Me joking about the person drinking in the airport in the morning.
Yeah.
I don't care that they do that.
Don't care.
No, I don't care.
Nah,
we just
yeah.
made a little. I just made
We're
a
just
little
doing
tiff
a
about
thing.
it.
We're just doing a thing.
Right.
But when
Somebody's gonna catch
Well,
me drinking in the airport at 8 a.m. and post
I'm gonna catch you. But when we get in trouble, we just say we're doing a thing. But
Yeah.
you want everyone in America to listen to this podcast every day.
it. Not every day.
Yes, you do.
Not every day. That seems intensive.
Well, I have
Once a week.
so if I do announce a show
Mm-hmm.
and somebody says, I want to drive 5 hours to see that.
It always impresses me.
I wish I cared about something that much. Don't you?
I do.
I wish
I do. I got on a plane and came to that city and sacrificed my time and with
I
my
love that.
family and friends. So I do care about it. Like when
Yeah.
somebody says I drove 5 hours to see you, I
Yeah.
used to go, "That's nuts! Wow, I can't believe they did that."
Yeah.
And now I go, "No, because I got on a fucking plane
Yep.
in an airport I don't want to be at."
I'm here too.
And I made the great effort to come, and they had to drive far, and it's a mutual respect. So I
Where-
give them the best show I can, and then.
Yes.
But I used to
But if
think, yes,
But if it's like tricky when like you want the people to be like not obsessed with you, but like to value you.
mm-hmm.
But then people take it too far, and I've
Oh, you have a stalker?
I have a couple and they're like, yeah,
Guys or girls?
women.
Only women.
Mm-hmm.
I know I would have a male stalker. I can just feel it in my bones.
Yeah,
He's like, everything you say, I love.
but
Can I lick your nose? You know,
right. So, but you want people
Fine.
to, but then you're like, because you misunderstood. You took this too, like somebody's
Right.
like, come to the meet and greet, sure, but then they were like, knocking on your front door.
yeah, you got to keep some distance and separation.
Yeah.
You want this relationship to be healthy.
So you want that person that drove 5 hours. Also, you flew to Toledo Funny Bone.
Sure,
They were like, hey, you do your thing.
I met you.
Be great at it.
Right,
Say hi.
right.
We'll
We'll
that's
meet
how
there,
that's how the whole thing goes.
and that's the dance.
But if we go outside and there's somebody waiting by your car, you've took that too far.
Sure, and that's happening to you.
Well, yeah.
Get
But
a gun.
I have a gun.
Get 2 guns.
I need to.
Get 2 guns.
I bought a gun. This is bad. I bought a gun, but I have it in my house and I never shot one. That's not good, right?
Jesus Christ.
I know.
The guy never been in a fight. He never shot a gun. You got to get out of Nashville. You have
Get
no
out-
business
yeah,
in the
yeah.
South.
I was like, I should go learn how to shoot this.
100%.
But you know the Bible verse, David.
No.
No, yeah, you do know. He said, "My rod and my staff, they comforted me."
My rod and my staff, they comforted me.
David versus Goliath. He was
Yeah.
out in the field sleeping with the sheep.
Mm-hmm.
The rod, your staff comforted me. Those are weapons.
Mm-hmm.
He slept fine that night.
Because he had his weapons.
Yeah, because he goes, I hear rumbling in the bushes. Well,
I got my shit.
Yeah.
I'm strapped up.
yeah,
Right. So
that's my justification for
having a gun?
Yeah, and
That's funny.
but I do sleep. I hear stuff outside. I go, I'm good.
Because you got a gun.
I'm good.
But you never shot it.
Never once.
Imagine.
And but the results of having a gun paid off on
How many bullets in the clip?
night 1. I have no idea.
Oh, my God.
I don't know. I think
What kind of gun is it?
one with a.
One with a? Is that what you said when you bought it?
I go.
Give me the one with a bang, a good bang bang on it.
I need to. I need. Well, there was a.
You guys have a bang boom boomer?
Yeah.
Where's the smack shoot slagger?
He goes, "What do you need?" I go, "I just need like a."
Boom bam.
And I want one of the.
Give me a chick chack and a boom bam and a click clack and a
He goes-
smash mash.
He goes, "All right." He goes, "What are you looking for?" I go,
Just a.
"You tell me."
You tell
bro."
me. You
But-
speak in rapper talk. You
Yeah.
go, give me brapapot, ta ta ta.
I go, "You shoot it like this, right?"
Give me
Like,
crack, crack,
"No,
crack,
you don't."
pop, pop, pop.
No,
Skick, kick, kick, kick.
But I got it. But it does. Yeah. But I don't have one in my car though.
Get one in your car.
You got one?
A gun?
Yeah.
Nah,
You
man.
live
I
in
got,
LA,
I got
dude.
these things,
Now,
dude.
Here we go.
I got these
dude.
things,
Here
dude.
we
Real
go.
men.
I forget what it's like out here.
No, I don't have a gun out here. There'd be no need for a gun out here. They're gonna get me anyway. If they'll kill you,
They're
they'll
coming
kill
for
you.
you.
They'll kill
Yeah,
you. They'll
yeah.
kill you. If a guy's trying to kill you out here, they're gonna kill you.
Hey, always remember, if you're gonna commit suicide, don't let it be in a one bedroom. That's one of your best.
That was
jokes.
one of my
That's
old
a
jokes.
great joke,
Oh my
dude.
god!
That's a
No,
great
I said,
joke.
I said
Do
if
it,
I,
do it,
if
yeah.
I said if
Don't
I,
let them.
No, I said, oh,
That's a
I
great
fuck, that's so
joke,
funny.
dude.
That's so long ago.
Remember that?
I said, I used to say, I said, I said, I want to get rich because I'm a comedian and I know at some point I'm going to kill myself.
Dude, you can't
And
say that.
I did. I said, I want to get rich because I'm a comedian. I know some point I'm going to kill myself, and I just can't do it in a one bed, one bath because
'Cause
they
you want-
find you right away. That's what I said. They find you right away.
So they go, oh, there he
They
is.
walk in. They go, there he is. Let's go to lunch.
You want him
Case
to
off.
like.
No, I want them to find me in one of my wings of my home. That was so gross.
That's an absurd.
So
bit.
dark, but it was a fun bit.
But if everybody back to how we started,
Yeah, let's go back.
it's impossible to do this.
Well, not the podcast. This is
Nah,
just two idiots talking.
But to have a career now, people can come and go, and people are like, oh, this guy.
We're all
popped
gonna
off.
come and go.
Everybody.
Yeah.
So if you wake up and you're doing comedy, I don't care if you're on a cruise ship, if you're in colleges, or if
You're
you're
doing 8 nights.
there's that guy down at the Comedy Magic Club that does like PowerPoints,
I don't know who that
and
is.
he murders.
I never go down there.
He just does like he's like the corporate. He wears khakis.
Mm-hmm. Kills.
There should be a 9 a.m. call. Every comic, dude.
Congrats.
Oh, you know the guy from Back to the Future. What's that guy's name? Biff from Back.
Sure.
Tom Wilson.
Oh, the actor.
He does stand up.
Does he?
Yeah.
Oh.
And we were in Vegas. He goes, I was the guy, like, I was the idiot in high school, the idiot that didn't. And all my friends now go, how did that guy
Yeah.
get around the system?
Pretty impressive.
Your Wednesday afternoon, what were you doing?
Today?
Playing golf.
Yeah.
I remember driving home
But I
one
had
night.
to. I was forced.
Okay, yeah. It was for a corporate thing. Yeah, you had to get a show.
Yeah.
I remember driving home one night, and it was like 5 o'clock. I go, what is all this traffic? And I go, oh, yeah, people are coming home from work.
Yeah, they're working.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they're working.
They're working.
Yeah, they
And
have
so we're like,
adult lives.
it-
So you're saying be appreciative of what we've got.
and every comic, there's comics that are like, one of my, Aaron Weber just got,
Yeah, I love Aaron.
Kill
Just
It.
for laughs.
Kill It. Just got, and I go, freaking,
Amazing.
let's go, dude.
Yeah, that's
let's
amazing.
go.
Well, he
And what-
deserves it. He's hilarious.
Yes, and we're like, dude, why can we not, like you said, you're thrilled for me when I'm
course.
successful. I feel the same about you.
I love celebrating other people's things.
So,
man.
and I
if I know you.
and you know how much comic to comic that means.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
When you say, dude, I love this bit,
Yeah.
means way more.
Oh my
Because
God.
you're a peer of mine.
Well, yeah.
And you just go down to at the club, open mic night, really, dude, awesome set. Love that joke about just
Yeah. It means a lot.
yes, dude, it means the
So
world.
you support each other more.
You just
Yeah, we should.
I don't know. There's a lot of comics listening to this podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of
No.
but there's some like insider comedy podcasts.
Sure,
This
of
is
course.
bigger than that.
No. I'm saying this, but I don't know if a lot of comics listen to the podcast, but a lot of people that are interested in the world of comedy and comedy.
Yeah,
I was interested in getting you on the show because I think your story is good.
Thank
And
you,
we're
man.
two
Yeah.
unlikely friends. Like your
Very
world
unlikely.
and my world are very different,
yeah.
right? And
Mem-
so I think it's nice that we've connected and stayed close over all these years. We went our own way, but we
Yeah.
still always stay close. We always texted and always hit each other up. That means a lot.
I'll tell you why I'll tell you why it meant so much to me
Mm.
when you did that thing of that pilot for me.
Mm-hmm.
because and this is coming through therapy and rehab or whatever. As a kid, I was very. I tell the story about I was like riding my bike one day at the library and my bike got stolen. My bike got stolen, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I had to walk home and I was crying and all this stuff. And I walked into my house and I remember my everybody making fun of me.
Your family?
Yeah,
That's funny.
like my bike got stolen. Like, oh, what a dude! I don't appreciate laughing at. What a bad person, dude.
Dude, your family's funny.
Yeah, but they were like everybody's making fun of me.
Yeah, of course. That's hilarious.
And I remember I was homeschooled 1st to 8th grade.
Yeah.
Very, very.
We can tell.
Yeah, thank you, dude. And
Okay.
then I went to school,
Mm-hmm.
and I was on alone. I didn't like. They were like, "You got to get a book cover," and I was like, "I don't know what a." I was a kid. I don't know what a book cover is.
Right.
Or like I would get bullied, and I would like my parents. I love them to death, and they would do anything for me, and they have shown up for me. But they were busy.
Mm-hmm.
They were doing. People would get cut from teams or get not picked or get not, and I think all I really ever wanted, well, if I get in trouble with someone, go, hey, dude, don't talk about him like that. That's my
Right.
guy.
Somebody
That's
to back you up.
Somebody to just have me. I was one of 8, and nobody.
Right.
I was on my own. I was
Yeah.
always on my own, trying to figure out life, trying to figure out living on my own, trying to figure out going to college. No one helped me.
Right.
No one.
Right.
And you go, I was like, I'm very unsure about. I want to be successful. I want to be on this TV
You
show.
said that. You said that. I think you very much said those words. You go, I really want to do this. 'cause I really
God, I
want
wanted
to
to
do
be
this show.
successful so bad, but I go, I don't want to. And you go, hey, like, he doesn't have to stand up for. I got him.
Yeah, I was like, you don't have to do the bit.
I don't know,
You
and that
have to
meant it might not mean so much to someone else that didn't have those experiences. But all I think I ever wanted was somebody to be like, hey, getting beat up or something to go, hey, no more.
Hmm.
You're not talking about him like that.
do- Wow.
And I can do it for myself as an adult now. But when you're like, gosh, that was like, you're like, hey, that producer that had produced all that stuff, it was like
Yeah.
and you went to him, and he goes, he's not doing it.
Yeah.
Because they were, I kind of at the beginning said that I didn't want to do it because I knew it was
And
coming.
they said they were going to fire you.
And they go, wow, yeah, we'll talk
Right.
when it comes to it, or like,
Yeah.
and you go, nope,
No, I
I'm
said
going.
I said he's not going to do the bit.
And I don't know why you did that for me.
Because I love you. I loved you
Yeah,
before I knew
yeah.
you.
I tell that you do like Bo Burnham has that bit in his like, I'm doing for you guys tonight at the show what I can't do for myself, that I can never really do for myself,
Right.
which is like I'm trying to give people at your show.
Yeah. That.
I know how much it's a joke. We're just telling like stupid jokes about, but it's not a joke.
No.
It's dead. It's life and death.
It's great.
It's life and death.
Yeah. It's
Now-
godlike.
In that sense, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. You diminish it to like, oh, you just do a joke about like the
No.
wiping the table down. You don't understand.
No, it
what's
makes people
happening
feel
here.
wonderful.
You're not understanding what's happening here.
Well, let
And
me
that-
tell you, I'm happy that connected for you, even today.
Yeah.
That our friendship then that was blossomed and continued today, and that reflects on you because you came a long way, and you could have gone down a road of being into your own stuff, and then I think you
Yeah.
stayed super humble, and I think it's great.
You're like, I'm not going to let your career come down on this pilot. You're going to have to burn that down on
You'll
your
do
own.
that later in a couple years.
Yeah.
So I'll text you. Listen,
That's
baby
great,
boy, I
dude.
love you.
I love you,
I'm
brother.
glad you did this. Look in that camera right there,
Yeah.
that one straight ahead,
Okay.
and we end the episode the same way. You say one word or one phrase to end the episode. That's what it's going to be locked in forever. One word or one phrase when you're ready, right into
Hold
there.
on, one word or one
One
phrase?
word or one phrase.
Okay.
Most people do a phrase.
Yeah.
Most people don't do a word.
I got it.
Some people have some
Do I say-
great phrases.
No.
You can
No
say whatever.
pressure.
You can say whatever you want, but whenever you're ready, right into that
Can I
camera.
say Andrew Santino Whiskey Ginger, then say it, or I just say it?
No, you just say just one word or one phrase to end the episode. Go ahead, look in and do it.
I got your back.
In here, we pour whisk, 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 whisk.
You were that creature in the ginger beard.
Sturdy and ginger.
Like vampires,